Lord, I stand to repent my sins. Let your blood wash me clean, for I'm a mountain girl. I swear I never sin again. Conversations running thin. Temptation flowing through my veins. And now the night is stuck on watching. And from the sky there goes no more. Every heart I can't ignore. Your dreams fade on and got the heat. And the dark you're under. I'm underneath the bleachers. Just what look me in the smoking years. Heart slack, shine down and the reflex. Our reparation would never be complete. Red hot, tension, let's get restart. Snapshot, quiet, months and left on tempers. Climbing, can't you feel the feet are rising up to the sky? I guess I'm not sick of fear and that's beneath my skin. The Lord saying, hold on, giant, don't give in to sin. It's driving me crazy, the urge to forsake me. It's something shifts within this wicked place. I swear I never sin again. Conversations running thin. Student girls, holding them down my neck. I wonder if they're hiding from me. Feel the roots before my eyes. And the taste that's so divine. Maybe that's rewriting history. I'm a sympathetic girl. Someone please tell me what to do. Because honestly, I just can't stop. I've been trying so hard and I can't stop. But we can't end. And I know I'm just free to go. But somehow I just can't control myself. Every time I see them, I keep scamming scam. My mind goes. Could it be alright now pushing me this is my life? Revolving the seconds of how I'm drifting by. 'Cause I'm baby see me. The urge to forsake me still something shifts within this wicked place. The thunder is still in the hands. Holy God has overcomes. Inspiration, I can live my life as an ordinary girl. I can't resist it anymore. Christmas means so brown galore. Also drama, how the compost brew. Could never be the study on me. I'm gonna sing until I die. We go back till the stars me. I can make the sins alive.
The gay sex anthem of the year. Just shame that it had to come out around David Lynch's passing. He would have loved this song, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll start off with this. We'll just start off with this real quick. Sawtown, which you might know from Magical Cure Love Shot, you know, the Miku Miku beam, you know.
Just in Fortnite.
Just got in Fortnite alongside Anamanaguchi. I don't know what else is in Fortnite for Miku. But, you know, finally a song about Fujoshis. The brand new Fujoshi anthem about, I don't know, jacking it to men, called Rotten Girl, which is or Confessions of a Rotten Girl, which is just the direct translation of, Fujoshi, the term Fujoshi. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Oh, buying yaoi manga. There's a really important note here that we gotta go. Wait a second. Delusional! Don't touch a man as a woman. What are you doing? Trying to not get, like, Twitch claimed.
The dinner battle is kind of insane.
The yaoi paddle is insane. The yaoi node is insane.
Yeah. It's like not even a yaoi paddle, it's the sinner paddle.
Yeah, the center paddle it's not unlike the other yaoi paddle I have hanging up with the squared off edges made
Yeah.
my good friend of the show Kirieji. Yeah, yaoi note is what I write in. That's what I write in. That's what Death Note Steve writes in whenever I'm at a con. Can I summon something? Can I do a summon? Let's see. Okay, let's try summon. Oh, the summon worked. This is magical.
Hello.
Oh, hello,
Oh,
Cody's here
here.
now. We're talking about Fujoshi's. Perfect timing. What are we not? It is literally Fujoshi Friday. They dropped this song on Fujoshi Friday.
It's Fujoshi Friday. I just want to say, welcome back, Plus Boy. Welcome back, Plus Boy. This song is just Plus Boy, but the opposite.
I mean, I've noticed a lot of like recent popular Vocaloid songs feel like spiritual successors to older ones. Like I feel like Yababaina is just like
It's
triple
today's
baka,
triple baka,
but
yeah.
for Gen Alpha kids who need Subway Surfers in the corner.
Yeah, Yababina is like triple baka if you wanted to have like a seizure at the same time. Ultra Snow Route.
And
Anyway,
I do.
It's true, I do. The ads have hit the second tower and the first, and the Pentagon.
Bestie, you spitting?
Bestie!
You spitting right now?
Zhao Hong Shu. Anyways, in regards.
Zhao Hong Shu chat. I had to explain the TikTok ban at work today.
Oh, we're going to be talking about the TikTok ban today, as you can tell from the title of the stream, but not the title of the VOD. Anyways, in regards to the Vocaloid, unfortunately, none of the artists I listen to have dropped anything new recently. Not Vocaloid, at least. Suri dropped a new song in December, but it wasn't Vocaloid. But Nifruits is doing a song for Prosika, so I'm excited for. And it's wild because Nifruits dropped a new album. And so I'm like, yo. Giga has done 2 recent endings for Pokemon Horizons, and they're so Vocaloid adjacent. IMO. Triple Baka, if you like, is in the... Yeah, no, true.
I do. I love that little critter.
Like, this feels like... I can't forward the video because it's Gigantic OTN, but... Welcome back, Gigantic OTN, as well. What's the... I forgot why I pulled up bacterial contamination. I think it was just to say that I have opinions on bacterial contamination, but none of them relate to now. I just wanted to say I have opinions on it.
We're getting the spiritual successor to bacterial contamination next. That's my bet.
I would like that because I don't think I don't know if I like bacterial contamination or not. I like humming it to myself. I'm not sure if I like the song in its totality, because it really feels like repetitive to a point beyond what it needs to be. Because it really just feels like the loop of bacterial contamination over and over again. Let's see, where are we going? Yes, our white women. Starting off with the greatest white woman of all, this guy. Oh, hi, Dumb Jake in chat. You came
Hello,
in.
Dumb Jake. Dumb Jake, I just want to mention, since last stream, I've actually started watching your videos. I'm the guy who didn't know what Transformers was until Transformers 1 came out, so I'm going down that rabbit hole in real time.
No, we've already done this one, I think, before.
Have we?
Maybe.
Zombie rating different ways. Kids try to cheat.
Okay, let's...
This is when a student tries to hide the review.
Okay, so... This one, he's reviewing different ways of cheating. Spoiler alert. the greatest rating that we see here is 5 out of 10, and the lesson is don't cheat. I'm just going to tell you here, I'm not saying this. Legally, I'm not saying this. I'm not telling you to do this, but, you know, I think it's fine to do a little cheating sometimes. That's your right. That's your right. It's just a little treat.
good.
It's just a little treat.
You just gotta get good.
You just gotta get good. You just gotta get good at it. You gotta invent new ways. That's what I'm saying.
You
But
gotta
don't
come
do
up
it.
with new and exciting ways to cheat. Like I can't recall like ever cheating. I'm sure I did, and I just can't remember because I'm the guy who barely graduated high school.
Yeah, it's really a situation. I'm like, I don't, especially if you like pay for your education. I don't know. I think you're allowed to cheat sometimes.
Yeah.
But don't.
Like you know, there's ways that I'll call you like based for cheating, and there's ways that I'll make fun of you for cheating. For example,
Yeah.
if you use ChatGPT,
That's
you're an
bad.
idiot and you deserve to get caught.
That's
Get
bad.
good at it.
That's not the way that you cheat. I'm talking about like on a multiple choice test, coming up with like brand new ways to cheat, like the eye tracking system that they made for computers after COVID happened to make sure people couldn't cheat because they weren't in testing centers anymore, or using a code on your allowed notes sheet. I'm just saying. Anyways, this one I'm playing.
Here, how
Not-
many booms is that?
Boom! 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 We give that 5 big booms. I have ad block. 3rd subscriber, Dumb Jake. So sorry, we don't have the subscriber layout anymore. So this current stream layout is made out of when I hastily threw something together when Cody was the one streaming. And Cody has the full layout, and I just couldn't recreate it in OBS because you can't like just drag and drop shit in OBS. So we still don't have any subscriber notifications. This will change, and it will probably be Jeff Foxworthy saying "a woman," at least at first, but yeah. So this video I'm highlighting specifically for let's just roll the clip. I stand up like this.
Well, you're a theater kid, and that's like adjacent to being a woman.
Yeah, it is. I do the arm cross. I do the foot. This is how I stand up. This is how I stand up. I just wanted to point that out. We can skip Folgers for now. All right, let's finish off.
Let's skip Folgers. Let's just not come back to Folgers.
I'm sorry,
No
Folgers.
Folgers. What the fuck?
No, we're going to briefly touch upon the concept of Folgers. I'm sorry. But anyways, time to go over
Man.
Whiteboard Woman before we get into our main topics. This is White Woman Wednesday on Fujoshi Friday.
The word is cool. Boomers would say groovy.
Why
That
is she
is a
just
set-
wearing?
Yeah, she's wearing Tinkerbell's outfit. Who cares? Anyways, groovy is like that's like the 70s. That's not. Boomers were like. Sure. We'll give them. We'll give them that. We'll give them that. Sure. Whatever. Cool.
Gen X would say
If Gen Alpha is not Skibbity, I'm losing it.
That was a really botched pull.
Damn, she was struggling.
Man, that's as bad as
Gnarly,
my
I feel like that's
afterboard
acceptable.
Yeah, that's fine.
sick.
pulls. Yeah.
Okay, we're
Gen Z would
on
Sick.
track.
Yeah, it's acceptable.
No, we're on track. She's doing it. She's doing it.
would say
Lit? Yeah.
Oh my god, a perfect score! Oh my
We
god.
did it.
Oh my god, she did it. Everyone clap.
finally
Everyone
did it.
clap for the white woman. She finally did it.
I'm so glad.
Where's Radical? I feel like Radical is like Gen X millennial cusp. Or millennial Gen Z cusp. Mostly because I say Radical.
Radical bridges the gap between millennials and Gen Z, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just think this video is funny because they're LARPing. This couple is LARPing incest, which I don't think they should be doing because they do look like siblings. Anyways,
I just saw the cut from the woman to the man, and I went, that is.
Anyway, shout out. We're actually doing shout outs to Dumb Jake and chat.
Yeah, we are doing. You give it early, but I was going to do shout out to this tweet shouting at us because I thought it was neat. Yeah, I thought that was neat. Thank you, Dumb Jake. Heart.
Whoa, bold of you to assume the pronouns. You're right, but bold. I'm sorry, I had to make that joke. You have them in your bio, right?
Yeah, everyone knows Zepp is a cis man.
Everyone knows that Zepp is a cis man. Somehow cis, somehow het man. It's one of the world's greatest mysteries.
I was about to say, you did end up phrasing it correctly. Somehow cis, somehow het.
Yeah.
Only proven more by me.
It's really, I just went factory settings on gender, and I just happened to be raised by lesbians in middle school, so
Are you implying I jailbroke my gender?
Yes.
Yes, that is what happened here, chat.
You are, in fact, you have the modded 3DS of genders. I don't know what else to say. This is kind of how it works. You gotta jailbreak your 3DS to get those special super genders.
It's true.
It's just true. Anyways, Linus Tech Tips. I'm sad that Linus Tech Tips was on Jimmy Fallon.
This is how I find out his full legal name is not Linus Tech Tips.
Yeah, his full legal name is Linus Tech Tips. I don't know what this is over here.
How does he have like the most two first names of all time?
Yeah, this is like when a white woman has two first names, but he's a white man and this is his last name.
Also, great photo. I love how they used that photo.
It's a good photo that they submitted.
It's the photo.
So here's the thing. I can't show you any clips of this because we would get copyright struck immediately. Twitch would send in a bomb squad to my house to place bombs everywhere and blow me the fuck up. But I do have to say, so Linus Tech Tips had to explain the concept of a waifu. Had to explain the concept of a waifu in front of Jimmy Fallon and Bad Bunny.
And also, both Jimmy Fallon and Linus Tech Tips really wanted to fuck Bad Bunny.
No, it's true. They were both making passes at Bad Bunny the entire time. Linus Tech Tips was about to have a panic attack and die. And he just accidentally let slip waifu. And he had to explain what a waifu was to Jimmy Fallon, which I think is insane. I think that's an insane thing to do. That's much of that. I guess that we see 11 hours ago, we got the Sparking Zero DLC announcements. We've never talked about this game on stream before, but might as well do it. I saw it next to our next item. Sure.
Who likes Gohan, chat? I like Gohan.
I will protect my family.
Oh my god, I know that one. Wait, this wasn't already in the game?
Surrenders.
Waifu might be one of the worst terms, I think. Definitely not the worst, but it takes an amount of time off my life.
And now
It's like smoking a cigarette.
my daughter's head.
It just gives me, flashbacks to, the early 2010s.
Yeah,
Terrible time period.
It just,
Starts now.
if someone says it, I'll kill them. That's pretty much where I lie on it.
Must be
I just really hate the weird possessive connotations in which it's used.
time.
that's really where my ick comes from.
I really hate.
Yeah.
I really hate when like people just refer to a deck that features like female characters in a card game as a waifu deck. No, those are just women. You don't have to be like a weird like, oh, stop it with these waifu decks. They're so sexist. No, you're being sexist by just questioning the presence of women.
Speaking of sexism, Dragon Ball Sparking, I'm sure is a completely good and fine game. I just can never look at it without getting upset that Bandai Namco will never make a Sailor Moon or Precure game like this.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And instead, like, the only, like, merchandise for those they make for adults is, like, overpriced makeup I don't want to buy.
Overpriced makeup, coffee mugs, Among Us, but it's Sailor Moon board
No, that
game.
would be based. That,
Oh,
the
no, that's a board game that exists.
Oh, I forgot. There also was like the weird shit about this game where like everyone was like, "Oh my god, this game's so hype." People tried to make it competitive despite it from the start not being competitively focused.
Me when I
And then,
tried
like-
to make smashing my action figures together competitive.
It's true. It's a very like, of course they were gonna do this. Gamers just for some reason cannot have fun playing a video game.
Gohan Blanco!
But like, then once the people realized, oh, this game is so poorly balanced, a ton of the player base just dropped off. Apparently, I don't know. I think this is just like a really good, polished Tenkaichi game because that's what it is. It's literally just a toy box to play in.
Cool. We got cool. They added in the guys from the movie that was good.
Yeah.
Yay! All right, we're talking about it.
Gammas.
Okay, we're talking about it.
Oh, I've been waiting for it.
Which is so good. Where's the Nintendo Switch 2?
Fine, we'll show it up. We know you know. We already know. We saw. Here, you want it? Oh, fine. We'll post it. We'll post a We don't fucking care anymore.
It's funny because like all the other like alternate language accounts, like the Japan account, actually did like proper little like announcement tweets, like advertising and stuff, and then the Nintendo of America is just like, we don't fucking care anymore.
I saw this accidentally. Incidentally, I went Switch 2 on IGN, and I'm like, wait, this is the Switch. This is real. This is the Switch 2. I was like, this is an April Fool's.
Like, I woke up, I picked up my phone, and I look at the time, I see like, oh, I open up Twitter, immediately, this was posted like minutes beforehand, I'm like, oh? Surely enough.
Dude, I wasn't super surprised because people had been like, obviously, like, there was, like, leaks up the ass with this, right? And people have been posting for several days. They're announcing it this week. They're announcing it this week. And I'm like, okay, it's either not coming this week or it is coming this week. And I will not be surprised with either result.
I was going to be
honest.
What does
this mean?
No, you finish.
What does this mean for Alarmo's legacy?
Oh, God, you're right. I think if this wasn't posted today, I think, or not today, but yesterday, we would have seen another insurrection at the U.S. Capitol.
Sure.
Like, they had to drop this to keep the American people sedated.
Yeah, you have to keep us hooked up to the machine. With the TikTok ban imminent, we must be satisfied. Our hunger must be curbed.
I don't know. Do we just want to watch this and talk over it?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, there's not like any music. Like, there's.
It's not like there's much to really say about this.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
this trailer fucking sucks. Can I be the first? I'm
No,
not the first, but like, can I just
so
say
funny.
it? It just fucking's bad. I have no urge or want to buy this machine.
I'm going to buy it regardless, though. That is what's going to happen.
show me some games on it, and
Like
then
rush out to buy it the same way I did with the Switch one, unless there's like some really fucking good launch title on there.
They have new Mario Kart.
Yeah, they finally made a new Mario Kart
After 10 years.
Yeah,
Didn't they make Donkey Kong? Like they redesigned Donkey Kong, right?
that's
No.
for the Switch one.
No, that's Chunky Kong. Or whatever. It's a different Donkey Kong.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
I just saw a meme about it. And I never looked any further because, to be frank, I kind of don't care a little bit.
I know, I think this is a perfectly fine thing. Everyone knew it was coming. I find it hard to make the Switch 2 seem super exciting when it's the Switch 2 and you're going to buy it and it's going to be good. Like, I don't know, man.
Before Splatoon 3, it would have gotten me, but after Splat 3, nah, yeah. Because I'm someone that played the shit out of Splatoon 2, and then I got Splatoon 3 at launch, and, like, I fell off immediately.
I know, I like Splatoon
unless they
3.
really innovate on Splatoon 4. I feel like they should have waited for Splatoon 3 until the Switch 2.
I thought Splatoon 3 had a really good single-player mode.
I don't play single player for Splatoon.
Oh, that's a shame
Big
because
fan!
that is the reason why I play Splatoon.
I play ranked modes in Splatoon mainly. I'm that asshole that plays competitive.
Anyways, the Joy-Cons are mice now. I guess this is better than HD Rumble, yeah. They have little IR sensors on the bottom.
It's definitely an innovation they could have made on the Joy-Con.
Oh yeah, and it claps now.
Okay,
They're clapping their cheeks.
I'm interested to know like if this wears down more than the sliding.
I think the pins are going to be an issue at some point.
That's just kind of, I guess, my brain, just as someone who literally does like work with design as well as you, Zep. It just seems like there's going to be problems that aren't Joy-Con drift that are imminent, and I'm just curious to see how they respond to it. Genuinely, I'm not even trying to criticize it. Just genuinely, I'm interested to see how they respond to some of the unique problems they'll come across. Which, I mean, with a product like the Switch 2, I'm guessing it's been tested and blah 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 to all these degrees, but I'm just really curious.
I find it interesting that they got rid of sliding for this.
Yeah, I think that's you just said it how it is, but that's kind of what it makes it interesting for the controller peripherals, I think. Because they can't can you back it up to where it has it in the little controller mount for the Joy-Cons? It's flat. That looks isn't that flat? It's flat so they can clap on, right? So it's not a full rounded thing.
What do you mean?
That controller mount, the thing that it connects to make it a controller with a grip. The grip, I guess, is the right word for it.
Oh yeah, it is flat on the front.
It's flat. It's flat on the front, which just feels I don't know. I know a lot of people. I'm interested to see how the ergonomics of this stack up against the Switch, because I know there was a lot of ergonomic complaints about the Switch.
Well, I mean, it's bigger, so that's better.
Mm-hmm. I like that the kickstand is substantial this time around.
The kickstand exists.
Immense props. I will give it immense props for having a better kickstand.
Oh, I see what they meant by Donkey Kong redesign. Oh, and actually they redesigned everyone.
I literally lost the kickstand for my Switch. It fell off, and I have no fucking idea where it went.
Yeah, they made them more
Scrunglow.
Yeah, they've been chungified.
They've been chungified.
They're a little more like the Wonder designs, where they're a little little stumpy.
Yeah.
They kind of look like
I like
classic
it.
designs to some extent, especially
like
that
it.
Bowser with the proportions. I know it's like 5 pixels, but like
Yeah, I could like squeeze them like a little squishy toy, and that's awesome.
yeah, they're
No, I like how
scribblonglified.
it's like they look like little slot car models.
I'm sad that the kickstand looks less substantial than the OLED's kickstand. Okay, yeah. I saw someone speculating.
The OLED.
Goomba is the new Mario Kart game based on like the blurry ass background detail, but to be honest, I hope Goomba's in it. Yeah, I think Goomba being playable. They've added so many non-Mario characters. They gotta add Goomba at this point. They have other Mario characters they could put in these games.
Goomba!
I've also seen someone point out, like, if you see like the start of the track at some point in this video, it looks like there's 24 places, meaning that you could do a race against 24 people. That sounds like hell. Like, imagine fucking a baby park with 24 people.
No, that's awesome. Big ass
Like,
baby
it's
park.
awesome. It's gonna be hell, and it's gonna be awesome.
Wait, baby park with 24 people? Peggy, that's NASCAR.
Well, yeah. Like, imagine NASCAR if it was Mario.
Did you know that NASCAR backwards is Mario Kart?
Fuck, you're right. Fuck, you're right. I don't know.
They should add Miku to this.
I'm glad
True.
I'm glad that we have a new Mario Kart after 20 years.
Okay, question. Real question. Will this Mario Kart have a battle pass?
Ooh.
I think yes. I think it will.
Yeah. I could see it.
Like, I just don't see why you wouldn't give a game with online functionality a battle pass, because all it does is incentivize people to play your game more.
I mean,
Like,
that seems to be the norm now, especially that we're in the post-Splatoon world.
Like,
Because
genuinely,
Splatoon
I
3
think
basically had a battle pass.
Like, I think it's just kind of like,
Pass.
yeah, it's just kind of like a staple now. Like, I mean, it is a good idea, though. I mean, now what the battle pass will give you, that I have no clue. It could, because it can't necessarily be anything with like, I don't want to say meta because it's Mario Kart, but like with like
It's a Mario Kart
substantial
meta. I used to know
but, like-
competitive Mario Kart
yeah,
players.
like it just can't have any like competitive like advantage per se. I guess like that would be the only thing. Like it's got to be like maybe cosmetics, but honestly, Mario Kart doesn't have that much in terms of cosmetics because like customizing your car does change the stats. And like little outfits for the like I could see the reason them changing the models is like maybe it's easier for them to make like skins or like different like maybe you can have the original models as like skins or
Well,
something.
I'm gonna
for
be
your
real.
characters.
I don't think customizing the
Skins
Mario Kart.
from
I don't think customizing the Mario Kart cars really was the big breakout feature that everyone at Nintendo thought it was going to be, because I don't think anyone customized their karts for any actual stat bonuses or anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
They could add like all the skins and shit they had in Mario Kart Tour. Remember Mario Kart Tour? That was a funny game.
Yeah.
I liked playing.
Remember
it for
when
a
they
week.
ported all of those tracks over to Mario Kart proper? I think that's funny.
that? I mean, I do like the aesthetics of a lot of those courses. I think I like the look of them.
I think battle passes are gay. I'm gay. Me too. Cool. I'm glad. this is what's happening in our chat.
I'm glad our chat is like this. Thank you, chat. Never change.
I don't know. I have a lot of opinions on battle passes, but also like it's going to have a battle pass if it's a modern online multiplayer game, and there's not much we can do about it. I just hope that it's a good Mario Kart game. I hope that it's not Mario Kart 8-2-2. I hope that there's some meaningful like difference of this Mario Kart versus other Mario Karts. Instead of just being like Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart, but if it was like the ideal Mario Kart.
Yeah, I do understand why it took them so long to make a new Mario Kart, because they kind of nailed it with Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8, like Smash Ultimate, was like, well, what if we just made a game that didn't need a sequel? What if we just made the version of the game that's complete? And yeah. And then they did
Yeah.
that for 10 years. They did it for a decade. Now we finally get a new Mario Kart because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe probably isn't the best sell. I don't know. I hope they add in like guns or something, or like.
I'm really hoping that like this does lead to like maybe some more big announcements as to like games for the Switch 2 though too. I really hope we get like Zelda news, but like what I'm really hoping for, because I think it'd be funny, is the first Zelda game announced for the Switch 2 is a port of the Wii U ports.
That would be good.
I hope the first games that they announce for Zelda are Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD.
Ultra HD.
Yeah, no, like they do some dumb shit like that. I really want that.
I want
And
Breath of the
then they
Wild
announce-
HD.
Yes! No, honestly, Breath of the Wild, but it runs consistently.
I
But it
was
runs at a
joking,
consistent
but
frame
sure,
rate.
if you want that, chat.
I don't want that, but like maybe some people do. I really would like
I
a
want
way
Wind
to play
Waker.
Wind Waker.
We all want Wind Waker. Splatoon
Honestly,
3
just
could have
give
been
us a new
Splatoon 2. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Give us
What if they just gave us?
Give us a Splatoon spin-off where it's just the card game. Let's do that.
Breath of the Wild would run better. That is the joke. Tears of the Kingdom HD Plus. They would name it that though. That's the problem. No.
Like, I think the main benefit of me buying a Switch 2 as a Splatoon player would be if they actually fix Joy-Con drift, because that's one of the main reasons I had to stop playing Splatoon every day.
Well, no, didn't you
I
see it? They're drifting in the trailer already.
I think they're probably going to do Splatoon 4 on this if they have like mouse control on the Joy-Con, because like I'm just going to say it, shooter games are better on mouse and keyboard. They're better on mouse and keyboard. 1,000,000%. You controller people. I don't know how you do it. I think you're insane. I don't get how to do it.
I've never played on a mouse and keyboard, but Splatoon 2, like Splatoon, objectively best way to play it, controller with motion controls. Like, you need the motion. You need the fucking like motion controls to properly aim in that game, or else you're not doing it right.
No, that is actually true. The motion controls are
Yeah.
actually very useful.
Yeah.
I am of a differing opinion from you, Zep. I think mouse and keyboard is not always the best way to play a shooter. I think the only time it isn't though is when the shooter is optimized with a control scheme in mind, like Splatoon. So like I'm the devil's advocate.
I'm going to be
like,
real. If you could play Splatoon with a mouse and keyboard, it would. I think I would be instantly better at it.
I can't even fathom how
now
you would
the
play
truth
Splatoon
comes
with a
out.
mouse
Now the
and
truth
keyboard.
comes out. You're just better at playing with keyboard and mouse. That's why you like it.
Because it's easier. It's literally just you move in point pitch. Controller is only easier because they have to build an aimbot into the control scheme because controller's that much
aim
difficult.
assist. It's objectively
actually,
easier. You have
Yes, because it's more difficult. It's more difficult
shooter
with the
games should
controller,
have
so they add.
All shooter games should have motion controls like Splatoon.
Breath of the Wild
No,
does.
this is true.
Tears of
This
the
is true.
Kingdom does. That's not even a shooter game.
I'm just saying, like, your counter argument, like, no, some games are better with controller because they have aimbot in the game that makes controlling easy. Yes, because controllers are difficult to use.
It's not aimbot. It's aim assist. There is a difference.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, you want to look me in the fucking eyes? You want to look me in the fuck? You want to?
I will and say this.
That, bitch. You want me to look?
I'm better. I play Fortnite better with a controller in my hand than a keyboard and mouse. I prefer a controller scheme for a lot of shooters. particularly like movement-based shooters, I think keyboard and mouse is inferior just because WASD doesn't offer the variety, doesn't offer like the dynamics of like a dual analog control scheme. I think for like a Titanfall 2 comes to mind, a lot easier to move around in that game with a joystick compared to a controller.
Because you're
compared to a
bad.
keyboard. I hate you. I think I actually hate you. But like, okay, what if the next Zelda game, what if we bring Toon Link back? I'm just thinking that'd be funny. I'm changing the subject because I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I'm glad that this happened.
I hope they make a new Animal Crossing game that's actually good.
Oh, that would be good.
No, we're gonna get Horizons 2. Oh god, that game I think was only successful because of COVID.
Yeah.
No, it was like as soon as the lockdowns started, loosening up, that game died off completely.
Exactly. What other? A new Metroid for the Switch 2 would actually be really, if they did Metroid Prime 4, has that come out yet?
No.
Okay, it's probably going to be on this thing.
It's been 30 years.
That would be nice to see that using that would be a good game to take advantage of the keyboard mouse and maybe integrate maybe like some point and click aspects to the Prime games. I think that could maybe be neat. That'd be kind of cool.
Anyways,
why would you have? What would the purpose of having a keyboard and mouse even be on a console? Like, this is not a computer. This is a console.
Keyboard, so you can play like fucking Minecraft in a way that's not insane.
It's so they can have.
It's not that
it's so
hard
they can
to
have
play Minecraft with a controller, though.
It's literally inferior.
Okay.
Then just play it on a fucking computer.
Okay, Minecraft is one I will say mouse and keyboard all the way. However, I'm gonna say it. The mouse functionality is not necessarily probably for the games. It is for the casual, like uber casual of this being like a thing that makes your television a smart television. This way the YouTube app can be more like the desktop app. You can navigate with keyboard mouse.
But that would imply the existence of
browser.
a keyboard, a Switch 2 keyboard.
It has a touchscreen.
But you needed to have it docked.
Yeah, it's a peripheral. Yeah, they can sell a Switch 2
But if it has a
keyboard
touchscreen, why would you need a mouse?
Oh my god. Because it sells shit.
Yeah, but like I know. I'm just saying, if it's in touchscreen mode, you don't need the mouse. I'm just saying they need a keyboard peripheral, which you eventually said. But you said it has a touchscreen, as if that replaced the need for a keyboard, even though it doesn't.
It doesn't. They can sell more product. Okay.
Look, I'm buying the Switch 2 keyboard. I know. I barely even play my Switch, but I'm buying the Switch 2 keyboard.
Okay.
I get it. I fucking understand.
Will you be able to
Switch 2
download the
keyboard.
Nintendo Music app on this?
Of course you're
True.
going to be able to play the Nintendo Music app on this.
Will you need the Nintendo Online app on your phone still to voice chat?
Every console, I'm going to say it, every console needs a keyboard. Xbox has always had that little weird, like, cod piece you could put on the controller. That's a keyboard. Microsoft's one good decision ever. Now, anyway, speaking of aiming and motion controls, I spent like over an hour and a half trying to get a good control scheme for Battle Fortress on emulator. That game is like all motion controls, and I had to make an entire controller configuration for it. It was worth it, though. Seriously, it's so good for a licensed Beyblade game. Maybe we will play it one time, because I do remember having that game as a child and playing that game as a child.
Oh, that just opened up my mind's eye. This is going to make it really easy for them to do like 3DS ports, though, on Switch 2.
Oh, yeah.
That actually this will make it easier to do 3DS ports onto a like a home console type beat, because you can use that as your stylus in a way.
SNES. Yeah, they're just doing SNES keyboard. They're just doing SNES key or Yeah, the SNES keyboard and mouse. Yeah, that's what they're doing. We're going to get a SimCity port. Anyways, we're watching the Wii U trailer.
What, just to compare?
It's time to play Wii U. Wii U is an entirely new technology and true successor to Wii.
This was next-gen gaming once upon a time.
Library of games means
It wasn't. The PS4 and Xbox One were out.
with all your friends and family in games like Super Mario 3D World.
Yeah, I do feel like there is
Wii Sports Club.
a clear difference with the Switch 2. It's very straight to the point. They don't gotta explain it to you. You know exactly what the fuck it is.
The Wii U was convincing you to buy it. The Switch 2 is
Already knows that you're gonna buy it.
Yeah, the Switch 2 is a little more confident.
Well, the Switch 2 doesn't run into the issue of like, but is this a new Switch? Is this a new console? Everyone owns a Switch. You're going to buy the Switch 2. You know you're going to fucking do it.
The
Who
amount of
fucking
people
cares
that
anymore?
thought like the Wii U was just the gamepad peripheral.
Only 2 million views? Wait until you find out how many people bought the Wii U.
I own a Wii U, chat. I was one of those people.
Was not one of those people.
I was not one of those people because I asked for a Wii U for Christmas one year, and then my parents came back and said, yeah, we keep on hearing reports that the Wii U just like bricks and dies, so we're just going to wait a little bit, and then we never bought a Wii U. And you know what? I don't think I ever missed out.
I didn't. I whined and bitched and moaned all year. Mostly because my Wii did the awesome thing where it stopped playing certain games. So I was like, mother, father, I can't play Lego Batman.
Oh my god, Ego Rock has like 24 times the views of this. Dude, like, reviews of Dragonoid Maxis Dragonoid have like 10 times the views of this. Like,
all right, I have a good question for chat. What's your favorite Wii U game, chat?
Yeah, we're going to look up Maxis Dragonoid.
Yeah.
And we're going to and we're going to scroll until we find a video that has higher view count.
Yeah.
In
the meantime.
All right. We scrolled once. I did one scroll and it has over twice the views.
2016.
Now let's sort by view count. Sort by view count.
Okay, Mario 3D World. Mario 3D World is a huge contender for like one of the best Wii U games that exist. There's a few others. I mean, Mario Kart 8 did come out on the Wii U.
And how does it feel that more people played Mario Kart 8 on the Switch than on the Wii U? Like, more people bought Mario Kart 8 on the Switch than people bought a Wii U.
Well, they didn't have the game already. Yes, Pikmin 3 is definitely one of the goated ones as well. Kirby had a few good ones on the Wii U as well.
2, like 1 is a really solid game, but like Splatoon 2 is just objectively better and significantly more people played it.
Yeah, I will say there were some other good I think Nintendo Land, it's definitely not anywhere near close to like a good game necessarily, but I think it does definitely do a good job of kind of showing you the capabilities of like what makes a Wii U, like where there is like uses and like stuff that relies on the gamepad. That being said, what if your gamepad breaks?
Well, we do know what happens when your gamepad breaks because our friend broke his gamepad, and you either like I think the solution is just you just buy a new Wii U, because it's more expensive to buy a Wii U gamepad.
Now, there is also the other very funny part of the Wii U. I think the Wii U's existence completely changed and like pivoted as soon as Smash Brothers came out. As soon as Smash came out for the Wii U, that definitely marks a distinct time in its lifetime, because like that's when we got like the GameCube adapter. And I think that shit is funny as fuck.
The Smash is like the only reason the Wii U has any more notoriety than it does. Like that is like the one thing that saved it.
It is a Smash machine.
It didn't save it though.
I mean, and even then, it didn't really save it.
No, because
I'm saying it would have been like significant. Its legacy would have been significantly even more forgettable if Smash didn't exist.
Yeah, because like what did the Wii U have? Like it had Star Fox Zero.
It didn't even have its own Zelda game.
It had Zombie
Breath of the
U.
Wild. Remember when Breath of the Wild was going to be a Wii U game, chat? Remember when they showed off all the cool map shit on the gamepad that you could do, and then that just they just scrapped that because they said it's going on the Switch.
Hey, chat, remember the Alamo?
That's so true. I do.
That's what you're asking, man. That's what you're
No,
asking.
it's real. Oh my god.
A lot of Wii U games being on the Switch really hammers in the Wii U. Yeah, the Wii U was a console that made Nintendo, make the decision, we're never doing this ever again.
Yeah.
We're never ever doing this ever again.
That being said, you know what they could do to do this again? ARMS 2.
True. Honestly, I think there should be a sequel to ARMS. ARMS did not get the appreciation it deserved. I unironically was kind of an ARMS head for a while. I think we need to bring back ARMS.
I think the Switch 2 could see ARMS 2. ARMS Deluxe.
What if
we gotta bring back ARMS?
Just a port? If it is a remaster.
Can we play ARMS on stream?
Sure.
I mean, I think we could.
It's possible.
Sparrow the cat.
But yeah.
Yoshi's Woolly World. Yeah.
I forgot about ARMS. Congratulations. So did Nintendo.
It was the best game that came out in July of 2017.
No, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
On the Nintendo Switch.
On the Nintendo Switch, you have to link in. So I like how the Nintendo Switch 2 logo is just like Nintendo Switch 2. It's a very Ghostbusters 2-esque logo.
Well, I mean, what else could they have done? Like maybe like put some bars on the top so the Joy-Cons are like a Roman numeral 2. But I don't think that would work. I don't think people would get that.
Yeah, I think the Switch 2 logo is fine. It's bold. It's kind of boring. But so is the Switch 2. The Switch 2 is kind of boring, but, it's needed and you'll buy it. Okami creator...
PlayStation's been doing it.
Hideki Kamiya...
Now, as I've mentioned earlier, there's been a lot of leaks about the Switch 2, right? What does our boy Hideki Kamiya have to say about this?
So, Hideki Kamiya calls out the shitty leakers over the Nintendo Switch 2. I hope all of the people who leaked Switch 2 information and those who helped leak it will be cursed for the rest of their lives and will always have poop on the soles of their shoes when they get home. The worst of scum. They should be covered in shit from head to toe and thrown out into the atmosphere, and then stop thinking and wander forever. They need to be crushed as soon as possible. Cool. New Okami game coming out, though.
This really got away with words.
I can't believe we invoked the curse of Ra.
This is the curse of Amaterasu, you bitch.
He literally just cursed their fucking bloodlines.
It's so true.
I really like how whenever you think it stopped, he just keeps on going.
Let him cook.
Anyways, what does this white man have to say?
TikTok, we mean business. This is my lawyer right here. We have an offer ready for you. We want to buy the platform. America deserves TikTok. Give me a seat at the table. Let me save this platform, TikTok. Just got out of...
Okay, so this is a video of him saying, like, how we buy TikTok. Yeah, in like Arial font on a white background. That's pretty cool.
So he doesn't wear so he wears a better suit to this than he does to the to other shit.
Yeah. I find it interesting of just, like, he didn't have the capital himself, but he could convince a bunch of billionaires to give him the capital to do this. Once again, I can't believe a fucking YouTuber has to pay for the American healthcare. We gotta find this guy! We gotta stop him! We're all trying to find this guy. It is literally just the Tim Robinson sketch. It is literally just that sketch. Anyways, but looks like he was a little bit late to the game. Business purchase letter of intent.
Little entities to try and get TikTok. Like they just keep like making a list of the worst people you'd think of, and like Kick. I don't know if Kick themselves are really that bad, but the type of shit they allow on their platform. Like I've seen people straight up streaming gore on Kick.
So here's the thing about Kick. Oh, let me explain Kick to you. This is going to be really fun. So imagine like, you know how there's occasionally like a YouTube ripoff that's like YouTube with free speech, and then they just let Nazis onto the platform?
Kick is like that for Twitch.
Well, Kick wasn't like that for a little bit. It was just like all of like the Mixler or the Lamser or the Kronxler, all of the other like Twitch wannabes that happened that signed on like Ninja at one point in time. Like the Hylos and the Squibbies, the Concatrons, like those websites. And
I can't tell which ones you're making up.
And they just like sign on a bunch of people from Twitch for a lot of money to power their website. Now, how do you become meaningfully different from Twitch? Do you introduce an algorithm that helps you find people on the website? Do you make a meaningful cultural push to help support creators and make it easier for them to actually make a living off of this and have a better, split of profits? Or do you just like let Nazis on the website? Do you let them like stream copyrighted content and have a category for that for the longest time? Do you just like become like a right-wing grifter but also not at the same time in order to stay profitable to both people? Yeah, so that's what Kick is. Kick is like this strange amalgamation of like the way that Mark Zuckerberg is trying to appeal to the right now, and the way that Mark Zuckerberg was trying to appeal to the left like 2 years ago. That's what Kick is.
We aren't entirely sure how like legit this post is, like if this is actually going through. Is this a bit? Because as of right now, they are still planning on banning TikTok. But still, like, why does the list keep getting worse?
Like,
it's like the opposite of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure that like come inauguration day,
we have
like TikTok's not going to be banned. Like, I don't think like in a month TikTok will be banned. And
like,
even
if anything, it's gonna be brief.
Yeah, like, because either someone will buy it or like to gain.
As of right now, we have like 2 days until it goes through.
Like, TikTok's too profitable to just disappear, you know?
I feel like if TikTok got banned, another one would just come back. Like, yeah, we have Reels, we have YouTube Shorts, we have Xiaohongshu.
Yeah, the problem is that TikTok, the American government can't control TikTok. They
Yeah.
can control Reels. They have stake in Meta.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is
issue
that
is
it's
really
not that the American
1984.
government can control those. It's that the American government is controlled by those.
Yeah.
And they were just angry that someone was making more money than them and was like a different race, so they got really pissed.
And also allowing people to like very
Dissent?
openly dissent. Yeah.
So in order to like get rid of that, they banned it. They banned it. Again, I don't think how are they going to roll out the TikTok ban? Like, I don't know how that's going to work. Like, are they going to remove it from the App Store? I don't think that like Google or Apple are going to allow that. My sister made a good point that she doesn't care about TikTok getting banned because she was a Musical.ly user and was devastated when it became TikTok. No, this is true.
I mean, it's fair. It's just like I don't like TikTok as an app, but I don't trust the reasons why they want to ban it.
True.
Like, again, I'm of two minds on this. TikTok, is an app that I think has destroyed a lot of infrastructure in terms of how advertisement is done on the internet, how learning is done on the internet, how information is dispersed. I think it's done both good and bad. I think, like, TikTok as a platform of only hosting shorts is like a bad idea because there's no way to monetize that, so they're just going to slowly incorporate more and more scummy stuff into it, which we've seen with the TikTok shop, almost everything being an ad, the amount of ads going up way, way, way higher than like the past, and like the fact that we've slowly been adding longer and longer TikToks until you can have a 10-minute TikTok. We're redoing YouTube. We're redoing YouTube. So yeah. That's what I think. Shout out my Musical.ly users.
So true. My cousins were huge Musical.ly users. I remember family get-togethers. They'd be like, "Let's film a Musical.ly," and I'd go, "No, I wanted no part of that."
Kick buying TikTok
yeah.
is like if Live League Spot Party City. This is true.
It's so true. Yeah, it's just really weird. I don't know. I just feel like a TikTok ban will be like as effectively rolled out the same way like states try to ban porn sites, right? Like the same way, like it's going to be as like well done as that to where it's just like, this doesn't work actually. And it just like instead creates like a hoop you have to jump through now.
Yeah, I think banning TikTok is going to go about as well as prohibition.
Yes, we are literally just retreading the same ground.
Yeah,
I can't wait to go to speakeasies to watch short form content.
We're doing prohibition again, but for TikTok. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go to like an undisclosed location to watch a giant vertical screen to swipe on. You got to go to TikTok bars.
Literally 1984.
Yeah, and it's basically just like we just like start like renting out like old Dave and Buster's.
How would you feel? How would you feel if you were like a child 20 years in the future, knowing that you were conceived at a TikTok bar?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna go throw up real quick.
I'd be fine with it. I'd make my peace. I feel like it would be like being conceived at like a Coldplay concert. Actually, that would be worse. I think being conceived at a TikTok bar is better than being conceived at like a Radiohead concert.
Yeah. Like, what if you were conceived at like a Weezer, the Weezer tour?
Oh, you mean like this one? Like that one?
Oh, I set you up perfectly.
This is the first time. So if you don't know, John Braun, when we were filming the Christmas special, gave me this Weezer shirt. because he found it and he thought it would be funny, and I think it's one of the funnier shirts that I own.
I like that you have just an incredible amount of shirts that are just comedy gold, really.
Yeah.
Yet the Yowie shirt, the Zepp shirt, is like one of the funniest.
It is. Anyways, Rip Nelvana, looks like, they were doing some money, what's the word? When you're not extorting funds, embezzling funds from itself. I don't know. Nelvana, if you don't know, Canadian animation studio and like dubbing studio and recording studio.
Beyblade. They dubbed Bakuten Shoot and Metal Fight, and they also dubbed Bakugan. They dubbed Cardcaptor Sakura back in the day when they changed the title to Cardcaptors and tried to make it a show for boys briefly, and they realized, oh, this is like shoujo. I don't think we could do that.
Oh, it
was
Clamp,
Clamp,
by the way.
Yeah. The parent company Chorus is bankrupt and owes $1 billion in debt.
Awesome.
Wait, is that $1 billion American or $1 billion Canadian? Because only one of those is like real money.
The world may never know.
I'd assume Canadian.
What if we pretend it's Monopoly money?
Okay, I'm going to do a quick conversion. $1 billion Canada bucks to USD. Yeah, that's like approximately 7,000 US dollars. Sorry, 700 million US dollars. Oops, that's a big difference that I just said. Wow. If you compare the numbers of how much the Canadian dollar is worth to the United States dollar, and then look at the comparison to yen to USD. Wait a second. You're fucking me. Oh my god. It is nearly the same. It is nearly the same. If you don't know, yen is like in a really bad spot at all times compared to the US dollars. It's not like that bad, like internally, but like they just refuse to do inflation. So it's like 100 yen is like 64 cents. Like the $1 to 100 yen thing does not work. Canada is $1 to $1 US is, or sorry, I'm messing up the conversion rates. $1 Canadian is 69 US cents. That's funny. A billion Canadian is more money than $1 billion American. No. $1 billion Canadian equals $600 million US. Yeah, no, the Canadian dollar is always in a sad state. Anyway, speaking about Canada, let's just go through the Brandon Bovia thread on doing the lettering for Beyblade X, because I think it's delightful.
Oh yeah, this guy rocks. Shout out to friend of the show, Brandon Bovia.
Friend of the show, Brandon Bovia did the lettering for Beyblade X Volume 1, which came out this week. Go buy it right now, please. It is insane the work that they did here. They translated all of the text, even in like the logos and icons of the teams. They translate all of that text to English. They translate all the sound effects. They imitated all the screen tones. It is literally insane.
It's like they were inspired by some kid named Bird.
Yeah, that kid named Bird. That kid named Robin. Insane.
Don't eat Beyblade X.
Don't
I
eat
would eat
Beyblade.
Beyblade X.
Don't eat Beyblade. Don't eat Beyblade.
Don't eat Beyblade X. Peggy has to eat it first.
Yeah.
A billion
Then you're allowed to
Canadian
eat
weighs
it.
more than a billion
This is
American
true.
because you got to carry the weight of what you did to those poor Canadians. True.
Well, just think once the U.S. claims Canada, we'll all have the same U.S. dollar.
All noted fonts. This is I looked up this site. It does have really good fonts. I do recommend checking them out. It's good. You know, it's just good. It's strictly just good.
Me when peak is peak.
Their go shoots are good.
The Let It Rips. These are good.
The Let It Rips are pretty good. I would love to like take a look and compare them to Peggy's. Not that she did any of them at any point. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Really good stuff. Really good stuff.
I went to Barnes and Noble by bus to go out and try to buy this. I was on the bus for over an hour, and when I got there, they did not have it.
It's like literally insane. Like, just look at that. Just look at that.
We won. We won so hard.
Yeah.
Now, when you say you couldn't find it, was it sold out or was it?
They didn't have it in stock. They just didn't get it in yet.
Now, I'm afraid if I go to check, it'll be sold out. But that's like super good though. Like,
Yeah.
That's the best problem ever.
Yeah, mine just straight up did not get it in stock yet.
This is
Nice.
insane, by the way. Doing it on the t-shirt, too.
Hello,
Oh my
Josiah.
gosh. Visiting new nephew. What, did the old one get boring? That's so. What a terrible. That's not a funny joke.
No, I think that one was pretty good. IDR if they sell Pokemon cards, but if they do, I'd be wary. That shit's probably a war zone right now.
Oh God, yeah. No, that new set that's coming out. Insane shit that's happening.
What's happening? I don't know.
It's like just getting bought out beyond belief. Like pre-orders are sold out. People are like fiending for it. Like a lot of stores just never got rid of the COVID restriction of like 2 packs per person. Like a lot of the Target near me still has that up on the stuff. I think that's really funny, but like kind of genuinely needed.
Did you see that temporarily One Piece surpassed Pokemon for quarterly sales on TCG Player?
It's iShow Speed.
It's iShow Speed.
He's-
Also, doing this page, I remember the trenches of doing this page. This is insane. I would not wish this page or the page where there's Pakun's like YouTube thumbnails and stuff.
Brandon's working on the Pakun chapter right now. We gotta pray for him.
Yeah, on my worst enemy, and they did it. They did it arguably even stronger than us. Koro Sports. They left in Koro?
Fascinating.
That's crazy.
Interesting. They've done like a really good really good job at like maintaining parity with the actual anime's dubs choices for stuff. In terms of like the character names, how like the catchphrases are translated. Wait, did they translate? Jesus Christ. Okay, they left that one. I think that one's fine to leave. They translated the big one. That one's like barely illegible. I wouldn't change that one. They did these. I have translations of these lying around that we just never got around to doing. But like,
God,
this looks really
art
good.
is so good, though. I'm always reminded whenever I see it just how good it is. What can we say? Beyblade X is just simply peak. It even has Bird Kazami, Robin Kazami, with his Strike Hawk Tua.
Strike Hawk Tua! And Keel
Rip on
Shark
that thing.
for the base, Scythe Incendio, and Keel Shark. Yeah, so first time in like 20 years we've gotten... Oh, that's so cute.
When are they translating the Minecraft manga?
Soon, actually.
Yeah, that's coming out. That's
Wait,
coming out in a few
wait.
months. That's coming out in March.
I had no idea.
Yeah, they announced
Probably
they
didn't.
licensed.
That's
Viz
fair.
announced they licensed it literally same day they announced they licensed Beyblade X.
Yes.
Fun kitty time. You know, I think they should add Takao dialogue to be added in this.
True.
Jackson dialogue to be added.
Yeah.
Also,
Honestly-
God, I need to read the Bakuten Shoot manga at some point, but I don't know, don't care because I only read the Bakuten Shoot manga stuff I care about. Beyblade X is so peak that I don't know if any other Beyblade series is going to top it for me.
True.
Yeah.
Top. I get it. That's a joke because they're spinning tops.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it does make it very interesting to think what's next. Like, what comes after X? Honestly,
I think that's silly to think about this early, but like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, you're right.
But just like wild hypothetical, we're years and years out of there. Burst almost lasted a decade. This shit could last a decade. I would not be complaining one bit. But yeah, I mean, I could see like maybe them for a bit sticking with X, but like doing more of like we stick with the system, but like we get new, fresh stories almost like more.
I feel like they could definitely like do like pro tag switches similar to Burst.
Right, that's what I'm kind of thinking, but better.
Yeah, like if they could carry it through better. Because I am a sucker for the pro tag switch in, franchises that like still maintain like the same universe and you see like the older characters as like secondary characters. But that's because I watched Aikatsu when I was in middle and high school and they were kind of the best to ever do it.
Well,
I have yet to see a series do a baton pass as good as Ichigo to Akari.
And I feel like I don't know. I think X could do it. Imagine Robin is like leading the next generation of Bladers. That'd be so good and would show so much growth to his character because he would have so much experience to share. Oh.
The problem is that, like, I think with Burst's generation switches is that none of them really had that much oomph to them. The one time that they tried to swap to a completely new generation without the old guys, they still had the old guys' bays, and, like, you know, kept on reminding you, hey, remember how you really liked Free De La Hoya? Remember how you really liked, I don't know, Louis Shirasagi? Don't you remember?
Afraid to let them like step back completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if we see a Beyblade series, like, control, because, like, the thing that makes a baton switch work is, like, you get to try out a completely new tone and, like, theme for the series, and for Burst, they just never really did that. They never really...
Yeah.
Like, they were different, kind of, but it kind of boiled down to, like, oh, they have a special power now that they have to master. And someone has a dark version of that power, and they're bad and evil.
Yeah. Meanwhile, X, I feel like, could not even dive into the supernatural and still stay just as compelling. Because, like, the characters themselves are just good.
Wait. I'm trying to learn about the other series, especially Burst, because of how long it ran. And my god, I don't know if it's going to be able to retain all of that information. So here's how you watch Beyblade Burst. You watch Beyblade Burst, you watch Beyblade Burst God, and then you watch Beyblade Burst Quad Strike. There's
true.
There's 3 seasons of Beyblade Burst, and for some reason they made, like, some weird OVAs for, like, a bunch of years. But there's really only 3 seasons, and one of them is Hasbro exclusive. And then, hey, do you know, who do you guys consider the most overrated character of each Beyblade saga? Yuri. Ooh. Yuri in Bakuten Shoot. He's not a real character. I don't know why he's so popular.
I got Akabane. Don't like that guy.
No, I got Akabane, not a real character.
Actually, Bell Daikuten, Bell Daizora. I hate
Nobody gives a shit about Bell. I don't call him overrated.
That's true, actually.
I have some good news.
Being overrated implies a lot of people care about him. I don't think people actually care about Bell.
Overwritten, like, within the context of, like, the writing.
Wait, so by Hasbro exclusive, does that mean I gotta watch it dubbed? Yes, but the Burst dub is actually really good.
The Burst dub is very good, and the X dub is very good.
There's only one episode of the Japanese version of Quad Strike that is available to the public that leaked on accident. But you should be watching the dub anyway, because the dub is excellent. Don't be afraid to watch dubs.
Who's the most overrated character? Sora, I guess, because he's not, like, a real guy.
Who talks about that guy?
A lot of people.
He had a red Pegasus.
He had a red Pegasus. To be fair, he was like a video game tie-in character.
I consider Red Eye is overrated because Shu's story is literally just Sasuke from Naruto. No,
Shu.
Red Eye. To understand Red Eye, you have to watch Digimon 02 when you were in middle school, and you have to be really obsessed with Kenichi Joji because he literally is like the Kenichi Joji for like the younger Zoomers.
Mm-hmm. No, I think people who think like Red Eye is dumb in God are
I understand
silly.
why people think Red Eye is overrated and like Shu is overrated, but it's because a lot of people don't fully grasp what Shu's arc was. They're just like, oh, he's cool and dark and edgy, and this is like something like they even talk about directly in Quad Strike.
Yeah. Again, like, Quad Strike just decides to close up all of the plot threads that they left open. in Beyblade Burst God, and and it has an actual finale for Beyblade Burst as a franchise.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like the perfect season, but it's certainly better than like the 1, 2, 3 that came before it. 1, 2, 3, 4 that came before it.
Yeah, because like honestly, I feel
Vault
like
says Shu is his best friend, but Rantaro is the one who stayed with him all the time, was there to cheer them up. Shu is very like introverted and has trouble coming to terms with his own feelings. And that has affected his relationships with a lot of his friends. But Vault is the one person who's been there with them like since they were like little baby yoddlers.
Important thought. Would it be crazy for saying the way that Vault Aoi looks reminds me of Steven Universe? Like, I don't know. I feel like Vault and Steven would be good friends. They would, because
Vault
he's a friend-shaped object.
He'd be friends with most people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vault, like, the mangaka said he's like a friend-shaped object.
Yeah, like Vault is written to be very driven, very friendly, and like just like very motivated, because then his arcs come from when like he's like confronting like struggles.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's actually a character that doesn't just win all the time, and like he does actually have setbacks or like genuine things that are holding him back at points, and that's really where it like helps, because like it adds to his growth. It makes a lot of his stuff feel a lot more earned, because Burst takes a lot more inspiration from like sports type stories, like a lot more like sports anime manga type stories than it does like, I guess, kind of like the shonen aspects that like Metal Fight almost had. You know?
I think it's briefly shown also that Shu's parents are likely usually out, and like after being at home for a while at age 18, that shit felt bad. Imagine doing that at 10. Yeah, Shu is a very lonely character. I think back Kenichi Joji comparison again, because like a few years ago at Digimon Con, they were talking about to one of the writers of O2 talking about the inspiration for Ken. And the writer said they saw an article about like a 10-year-old boy who was going to college early, and their very first thought was like, how lonely is that child? Because I think that there is like a very similar concept behind Shu and his like gifted kid burnout.
I'm sorry. Wait, are they saying that the motivation behind Kenichi Joji is just the same shit in Young Sheldon?
Yeah, he's literally Young Sheldon.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
What intarnation?
Insane.
What intarnation?
Sorry, I'm more of a Free fan. No, I love Free. We are a Free De La Hoya household.
No,
we do love that guy.
I don't want to say.
I love
I don't
Free.
wanna
I
say
feel like
Free.
they kind of didn't explore him as
Yes.
well as they could have in the anime, especially like learning about like his shit in the manga. I understand why they were like afraid to really go into the anime, because like I'm gonna be flat out and say it, the way they depicted it in manga, he literally had a self-harm problem.
Yeah, I could see why they didn't want to.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I don't want to say Free, because like I almost wanted to say or like think my answer for like a Burst as a whole. Free De La Hoya is an overrated character. Wrong saying that. Underutilized, I think, is the better way to say it. There's a lot of untapped potential. There's just a lot of untapped potential with like that type of character. And like his whole gimmick, I'm always a fiend for the character with like dead eyes. I just think they're funny. But like, you know, dare I bring up, you know, another thing, but like, I will say another kind of good depiction of like a Free De La Hoya type character. Blue Lock does kind of do that with like their sort of like soft spoken, like lazy, like
dead
not
shoujo
lazy,
eyes.
But yeah, like dead shoujo eye haver. Like they do that pretty good. That character also has a yaoi moment, has a lot of yaoi moments. So that might also impact my decision-making process. But sue me, it's Fujoshi Friday.
I know. I just see a lot of people like coming out and hating God, and then praising Chosettes in the. I see it. I see where that sentence might be funny. I
see why there's a lot of people hating God, and I just have to say Yahweh's a little better.
Fucking God, Yahweh is God. I see why people hating God. I see why they follow Lucifer the Morning Star. I too come out hating God.
Why they follow Louis
Actually, similar note, the underrated character in each gen. Metal Fight, it's Benkei. Benkei does not get enough credit. I am always like insisting Benkei is one of the best characters in Metal Fight, and I don't see anyone talking about him.
Okay, with Bakuten shoot any female character ever. In Metal Fight, any female character ever. In Burst, any female character ever. In X, honestly, all of the women in that series are done pretty well.
The women are like some of the banger characters.
I'm pretty sure there are
like some of the top shelves.
I'm pretty sure there are scenes in Beyblade X that pass the Bechdel test, which is something that like
I have news
Sherlock,
that I
the
just
television
saw
show,
right.
can
I
do.
have really important breaking news right now that I'm linking in chat that you have to open immediately.
Okay.
Oh my god.
New beat 'em on PogChamp.
New beat 'em on PogChamp.
What the fuck do you mean they beat him on PogChamp? You can't fucking really do it just in the middle of a fucking live stream and you fucking beat him on PogChamp?
Okay, changing the name of the stream.
Oh, okay. In the meantime, Phi is definitely one of those.
Oh,
one of
Phi.
those.
Phi is an underutilized character in Beyblade Burst.
Yeah.
One of the only enjoyable part of Chosettes, I think, and I still don't think they did him justice. I also
It's
like
so
Hearts.
true.
Hearts and Phi could have been like easily two of the best Beyblade characters of all time. Biffed it. They biffed it.
Oh, you came just in time for new beat 'em on PogChamp.
Yeah, no, I saw it on the stream.
Okay.
Hi. Hi, by the way, I'm also here. New beat 'em on PogChamp.
Hello, friends of the channel.
Hello, homosexuals of the channel.
Yeah.
Wait, these are new?
Were they revealed before? Because I see people freaking out about
These
them
are new?
now.
No, it's just that they look so
I noticed the Bomberman.
Wait, are these remakes of the Bakugaiden? They're remakes of the Bakugaiden.
Yeah.
No. The little Bombermans. Yes.
Well, they're remakes of the Bakugaiden at a reasonable scale.
Yes. These are awesome. It's got the Miku tattoo.
It's got 80k on it. Okay, so new beat 'em on PogChamp.
New beat 'em on PogChamp.
There's a cool Benkei moment in Battle Fortress. I think a lot of interesting character writing in that game. Yeah, probably true. I know what a beat 'em on is, but I haven't seen it yet. But I like Bottle Man, so we are big Bottle Man fans here.
It's true.
So what does this mean?
Because on PogChamp.
I found some like magnetics today. You know, like the connecting magnetic toys.
Ball and stick.
Magnetic ball and stick. And I was looking at like the ball bearings. I'm like, remember Metal Beat 'em on that used these? Man, I should like use these in a Beat 'em on. I think that would be fun. And then new Beat 'em on comes out.
You manifested.
So, is there anything else on this? Looks like, what's this posing guy up here?
Ooh. Is that
like
unrelated,
I don't
or?
think
It's an event that was like revealing a bunch of different stuff.
Okay, here's
So I feel like that might just be unrelated to Beatamon.
Yeah, it looks like it's just like another section of that banner. They just printed it all off on one.
Because there's like Zoid stuff.
Oh,
there's
is that like a
Transformers stuff? There's Ryukendo.
Okay, so yeah, this is the Bomberman Beatamon Baku Gaiden stuff. So if you don't know, Beatamon persisted a little bit before it became like Super Beatamon and became like a Hobby Annie type toy for battling. Originally, it was
Beatamon
just
was originally a Bomberman spin-off.
Yeah. So it had Bombermen where you shot out little balls out of their chest. And then it also had a mecha anime eventually where they had like big toys that, you know, kind of looked like the Super Beatamon stuff. And that kind of ran quasi parallel to Super Beatamon. It's kind of the timelines kind of go over, and there's also like crossover Beatamon stuff that's like the Bomberman Beatamon stuff for different franchises that happen at different points
There's
in
a
time.
Donkey Kong.
There's Donkey Kong, there's Godzilla, there's Magical Circle, there's Mega Man Battle Network / Rockman Exe. There's a bunch of stuff. But yeah, new Beatamon in the year of our fucking Lord. You know, I'm glad that
2025, I guess. Yeah.
Konami Digital Entertainment / ADK, because they need the Bomberman license. Yeah. This is pretty cool. Do these function?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Can we see the
it seems
back
like
of one?
There's been like no info yet besides these images at this event.
Because I'm not excited about how small, like, because these figures are just like pilot figures. They aren't actually functional.
Yeah.
Whereas, I could be wrong about this. I think you were able to put like the actual Bomberman Beatamon toys into these. I think these are more anime accurate representations of the guys. It's pointing to the core in this.
Yeah.
So...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's like a marble in there.
Yeah, there's a marble in there. Ball spotted. But I can see him. What can I say? I got the.
I don't know
eyes.
if you're able to actually shoot it. And it certainly won't be in the battle aspect that, you know, Battle Beatamon, Crossfire, or like all of the other Beatamon are.
Mm-hmm.
Crash Beatamon, Crossfight. Not in the same aspect as that, or even Bottleman.
I mean, I could see this as like a little soft launch to gauge interest almost for like a new traditional Beatamon series, you know?
I feel that's what Bottleman was. And by the end of Bottleman, seeing as it was all anniversary and crossover stuff, I imagine it was quite high gauging like that people wanted Beatamon stuff. Now, I find Bottleman kind of interesting because it like had incredibly high sales initially, and then I don't know how hard it had to fall off for them to like cancel it after 2 years. I don't know if it was because X was coming out or any of that kind of stuff. So like it definitely feels like it ended a bit early.
I kind of miss it.
But yeah. I mean, seeing as they ended Kabutoborg relaunch like pretty early too.
Photoborg relaunch seemed like it was only just like a short little anniversary thing anyway.
Yeah, it did, but also
Yeah.
it feels like it was shorter than it was intended to be because it feels like there's
Well,
a
they
lot
also-
of missing things there.
Well, they also made like the redesigns of like the adult Victory by Victory cast, right?
Yeah, I don't think they're ever going to do anything with that.
And then like they released the anime on YouTube.
Yeah.
They released the old anime on YouTube to advertise the toys, which I feel like that's fair. That's
Yeah.
in like a quick and easy thing to do for like a quick little anniversary release.
But it's weird that they had the slots for option parts and then they never did any option parts with them.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to like. I wonder if have people been like 3D printing option parts or something? Has that been
I don't
an
know.
idea that's caught on? I believe it, but like I don't know if that's like
How like I feel like anything of that might just be like people in Japan doing that we have not seen yet, because I don't know how much of a fan base Kabuto Borg has in like English speaking regions. Because like it didn't really get much of a Western release other than it aired subtitled in Portugal.
you're looking at it. You're looking at the fan base.
Yeah. So the first version of the Bottleman anime was so weird and short back on 2021. I'm glad they made it look better.
I love Bottleman web series. It's awesome. I love their Scrumblow forms.
I kind of miss them, but after
I kind
seeing
of
what
like how
DX
they
was,
set up for an entire sequel series and then never elaborated.
Yeah.
It was really a pilot. I also like how it got a dub and the actual anime did it.
That's so true, actually.
And I love how the staff for the anime said in an interview, yeah, we made the show take place in a really ambiguous location, so it's easier for people to localize overseas, like it was ever going to make it to the West.
So it feels like Takara Tomy didn't want to localize it, or never planned to localize it, but the people working on
that
it
made the anime really wanted to, and I think like it deserves. It's a really good show. It kind of deserves to have like more releases internationally, but since it's part of a franchise that did not do that well in the West, I don't see it.
I don't think that's what did it. I think it's that the gimmick doesn't work with the rest of the world.
I was about to say PET bottle caps as well. Like you can't like no kid's gonna be like, mommy, I want Ito-En. That's what
Mommy, I want Smart Water, Ito-En, and that's it. That's all we can get.
I'm trying. There's like one other, but I cannot remember it. So it's like, how do you expect a kid to? Yeah, I think that definitely would impact it. You know, I would dare say, like almost to target this one, you know, psyop to get children interested in recycling. Is Bottleman really recycling more than it is upcycling the bottle caps into ammunition?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it was given the Eco Toy Award every year of its release because of the bottle cap gimmick.
Yes, but like
I mean,
guess
recycle like you are
semantics.
just taking the bottle caps.
Yeah.
It's like upcycling, specifically taking one thing and like modifying it to something new. Like you're just taking, taking the bottle caps directly. Yeah, you're reusing.
You're just like instead of it going to the trash, it's going to my toy bin.
Nah, I'd consider that upcycling.
I do too. I think recycling to me is more turning something into using.
I mean, I guess when I think
raw
like
material.
upcycling, I mainly think of like people modifying clothing. So
yeah, well,
but I mean,
you're
you could still
modifying
just,
the
like, wear
function
it.
of something. So I'd consider that upcycling.
Yeah, like using something like making adjustments, yes, but like it's still like that thing. Like recycling to me, I make the difference in like this is no longer the same shape or form at all. Like you strictly used the base thing as a material or like the start to create something completely new or like completely different from it in form and function. Why am I arguing
It gave me
semantics?
Beyblade Burst vibes. It gave me Hobby Eddie vibes. It's
Okay.
just the standard Hobby Eddie.
The first Bottle Man, like the web series, I agree gave off Burst vibes, but then DX gave off a lot more Metal Fight vibes.
I don't know. I think it gave off. Let's explain the intricacies of hostile corporate takeovers and investment banking to children as our recap episode.
That was weird.
No, that was
that
awesome.
just kind of happened. Well, I'm saying it's just weird, and like, how did we get that? Like, how are we privileged with that as a part of a show?
Because the people who worked on Bottle Man were really good, and then it really feels like in the second half of Bottle Man, they knew that they were not getting another season. And also just, I don't know, it feels like the first half of the
Writers
season
were pulled off for X.
Well, the first half of the season, the 12-minute time limit on an episode did not seem like it ever had an impact on story or pacing, and in fact helped it a little bit. But in the second half of the season, it really felt rushed.
It felt like they tried to pack way too much in.
It felt like the way Beyblade series ended.
And I don't think it plot-wise packed too much stuff in. It felt like they didn't have enough animation. Because a lot of the episodes were using the same attacks multiple times and having like a 10-second
The second opening
long...
is literally just like, the second opening is made like a dub opening with reused clips of the show.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, like 10-second like stock footage clips of attacks that get reused multiple times per episode every time they use that attack, and they only have the one attack. Whereas that was not the case for the first half of the series.
Ooh, okay. I like that. Like if X acknowledged more like the system is kind of messed up.
I think I'd forgive a lot of my issues with X if we got, hey, the system is fucked up. I feel like that's where it's leading to.
That's what I wanted to say too. Like that was where I was thinking when like potential future seasons, like what if we have a different group of bladers? Like we get attached to these bladers who are in the established system, so we almost as viewers and fans are used to that. So then it's super like polarizing, shaking when like we have these people who are like, I'm actually gonna fight this, or like go against that.
Okay,
like I just feel like it's building to that. We're building there.
The current system with Beyblade X is like very reflective of real world systems of trying to be like popular on something or trying to like climb up the ranks of something, of where it is fucked up, and there are a lot of sacrifices and cutthroat nature of it. And like, you know, under current systems, you do have to give up on stuff. I think that the messaging right now would be impacted if we focused on how it was fucked up and like changing it, because that goes against like the current idea of the plot.
Yeah,
but I do think
that
that them including all of the stuff that is fucked up will eventually lead to them covering that with another group of characters, because I don't think we could do it with our current group of characters and have it feel natural.
And like it kind of would be neat if like our next, like what if our current group of characters is almost like villains of, or like antagonists of the next go, because you know, why would we want to change the system when we're the best at that point? Because you know, it would be interesting.
Like behind on the Bayx anime, but I am interested in seeing what direction that they take this like underground blading group that they keep making references to.
I feel like Omega giving Chrome the Scary Bay is giving very look at the bad person disrupting the status quo, TBH.
Yeah. That's disrupting the status quo, or is this just further like enforcing the status quo of like how much you have to give up to stay at the top sometimes? I don't know. I'm just like again, I need to catch up.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we'll have to
it's
see.
just like I feel like we're on a tipping point of like it could have a lot of payoff if they do it right. If they handle it with tact, I think we're in for a very compelling, very good, gripping kind of like maybe twist or turn for the story. I'm excited. I guess I'm just kind of saying that because I've recently experienced a very similar thing with, again, I'll mention it, Blue Lock, just because like, it's kind of similar in a lot of concepts. In a lot of ways, it's vastly different though. But a similar stuff is kind of explored there, which makes me think, because like I think the writing in Bayx is much more like deep in sound than Blue Lock for sure. Blue Lock is written to be kind of just that simple to understand. There's a reason it's not like necessarily groundbreaking in how it's handled. It just cranks everything up to 11. Whereas Bayx actually, I feel like kind of dives deeper and explores stuff a little bit more like fully. And not just like the sport focus is the sole focus. There's like actually some weight to the outside of the sport stuff as well. Like with Multi being like, you know, multifaceted as like a streamer as well as that, and like the fact that they have to match their team popularity on top of that.
With how much like depth they've given like all like the importance of popularity and the importance of like sponsorship and the, you know, cutthroat nature of the X Tower, I feel like there's going to be a rug pull at some point.
Yeah, like something where it's like, oh, does popularity does like winning and losing really matter if everyone loves you, or like shit like that? Like Pakun kind of was a big, like, I feel like Pakun kind of was a good
I'm also like
for
very
that kind of perspective.
about Burn casually getting Takumiya's job back by buying out a company. That still feels very weird to me, regardless whether or not I don't like. Yeah, sure. Like, I think that's more of a symptom of like having rich characters who are good people, a fictional thing that cannot exist. But I think within the context of a fictional thing, I think it's fine. But also we have to like be careful not to like make it seem like we're endorsing wealthy people in real life, because it's like I feel like that's just more of the effects of late stage capitalism than it is a storytelling choice.
Yeah.
Because like contextually in concept, on board with antagonist burn. So the problem with rich people in media is that they're capable and competent.
Yeah, like you see it, like we as the viewers see a rich person and instantly think they're going to be evil because that's what it's like in real life. But then they decide to subvert our expectations, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. And like I don't know, like when you're putting, you know, like Burn in the situation of like Beyblade doesn't fucking matter to him. He still owns a fucking like, you know, still is running a company, you know, still super rich, super successful, super popular without Beyblade. Meanwhile, that is kind of the crux of every other character. Like the wins are so much like they need to win. Whereas like if Burn, you know, wins or loses, doesn't really matter. He's like truly like, so you almost think, oh, so he's like really in it for the love of the sport, love of the game. But then like, that was, I think, what the Bay time shift was like, you know, that was his thing.
Well, the thing is like,
he had the resources to do that. too. So I don't know.
Because there's also just like an angle that we have to look at it through of like the Bay time shift and him handing out all of the bays. I'm glad that the Bay time shift wasn't expressed as a purely like evil thing of like, oh, people are using like these bays instead of their favorite bays, and instead like, oh, this kind of like shifts thing, like the personal reactions to those bays being used were more important than like damning people for using like a good bay, because it feels weird to do the plot line of like, you know, the best bay is the one that you like to use, because there's a certain truth in that, and you know, having fun playing with toys, but there's also a level of like, you know, if you want to get good at this, you do have to make certain choices with your deck design and bay design to be successful. And you know, how you use that is what matters, and how you interpret that or make choices based off of that.
Because I forget, does Bird go on like a spiel about your favorite bay is a good bay, or like does he ever go on a spiel like that?
I don't think so.
No,
because like that could have been like the only, like I think would be the only character it would make sense to say that.
No, not
then
Bird.
Everyone can.
Well, I mean, like beginning Bird maybe, but
I guess at that point in the story,
it would be more like a Kusu would say some shit like that.
Yeah, but
true,
yeah.
true. But then his bay is also, but then like, you know, the thing would be his
favorite bay is the good one.
Yeah, it's like your favorite bay is a good one though, and you'd be like,
my favorite bay. Yeah, my favorite Pokemon is Landorus.
Landorus T. Yeah, Landorus T. No, I guess
Today,
you're right.
though, Burn was
be
just
like early Bird.
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, Burn was just the freak of the week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that episode, and
yeah,
if I remember correctly, he just gets hit with the horrors and then gets back, and everyone's like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, it's just like, I guess better way to put it is, if any character were to, it would be him, because it'd be like, oh, that just shows how inexperienced you are, Bird, but like, we were well past that, and like, his teammates had faith in him like fully, because, you know, they believe in their friend.
TBH, I've been doing something else on my computer, so I haven't been conscious of the combo that's going on right now, but my favorite part about Burn is that he isn't really an antagonist, and my expectations were kind of subverted, especially since I'm expecting a character like Maximilian Pegasus or Kaiba. Like, I was expecting...
Yeah, I think he does work when you just view him as the freak of the week.
Man, we really just got the TLDR of that little bit, huh?
The problem with Burn is that he would have been, like, the main antagonist of a Burst season. But, and, like, I think there could have been, like, some cool exploration of Burn, but I think we can go to just chatting screen.
Just kind of like a rich weirdo.
So,
like, I was expecting Burn to be an asshole, but now I currently headcanon as a butch lesbian sometimes. Valid.
Well, shake head in agreement, yeah.
So one of the things about Beyblade X storytelling wise.
Okay. Actually, we'll wait. I was gonna address the comment. Side note: finished Duelist Kingdom a couple of days ago. That was fucked up.
No, really?
I'm sorry. That was just too funny. I apologize.
Okay, so one of the things about Beyblade X storytelling wise, and I feel like just the concept of how a lot of people have been viewing it within, like, I don't know, the Beyblade fandom, because that's who's watching the new Beyblade series, the people who usually watch Beyblade.
What the fuck?
Is that, like, especially within Hobby Annie, there's a commodification of media, but there's also, like, a commodification of media as a media structure. Take, like, a lot of prestige television, how that's structured. of like always creating like a worse problem and like dragging the characters through the mud further and further. And, you know, and through that you can explore actual themes, but a lot of it is like, and do like a lot of artistic things within that. But a lot of it is like, tune in next week to see how like this shit gets fucking resolved. And like turning it into like specifically a story structure that has to hit like certain beats for it to work. And like, you know, this has been a thing in movies, like novels. Like there's an entire class of novels, you know, that are just like churned out to have a specific story structure and have specific twists and like moments of tension and make you feel specific ways, but without like any impetus behind that other than like it's an exciting suspense story because that's what sells and that's what you want, but there's no like deeper thematic stuff to it. To kind of accelerate my point, to observe like Beyblade X through the lens of other Beyblade series really doesn't give it a lot of credit, because it puts you in a mindset of how do we fix this to actually make the audience feel the way they're supposed to be feeling, other than like but not like observing why the text is written that way and how you should feel about that, instead of comparing it to like some version of the hero's journey that, you know, you plug and play with. You plug and play different elements into that to generate a new version of it, but rather like, I know, observe the story, how it's structured and how it's playing out. I think that they've been given a really unprecedented amount of freedom with how they structure Beyblade X. They're really letting the Blowjob Brothers get away with a lot of stuff, I think, that wouldn't have flown like even 5 years ago. Like letting Bird lose so much. And the only way they get away with that is by like pretending that Akusu is the main character. They pretend that Jackson Cross is the actual main character. He's not. Bird is. He's the protagonist of the story. The entire story and plot is focused around him.
Yeah, it's like a litmus test right out of the get for media literacy, whether or not you acknowledge Bird as the main character.
So, because the thing about Bird, and I'd see it as an extent, Chrome is more of a main character than Jackson Cross even, because like, he has more going on, and he's
platonic ideal everyone is trying to reach.
Yeah, like
he's the it girl.
Like, what was I trying to say? So viewing Byrne as a main antagonist type figure makes sense, given like, oh, he's imposing, he has this vague, like, threatening sense of what Beyblade should and should not be, and has like drastic ways to do that without considering what's like the fun thing to do or what the right thing to do. He does it in such a way of like, I've reshaped Beyblade in such a way that your main gimmick of being so fast that no one can see you is now moot, and now everyone has the power of that gimmick. And the reaction is, oh, cool. I guess I'll just go faster. I think putting that as a Freak of the Week is a really important part of Beyblade X, as a subversion of expectations. Like, I think you could have made a really cool season based off of Burn Fujiwara's dastardly machinations. I also think that that's ground that has been covered in other shows, and I do like how Bay X has just been getting really weird with it. Because I don't think any show has really covered something like Chrome and X's and and CL and Bird Robin's relationship.
Yeah. Like, I know I did a thread talking about this, and I've been like procrastinating on a video for months talking about this because I'm struggling to find the words to describe it in a way people would be normal about, but like CL is very different from other poor little Meow Meow characters in Beyblade because of like how personal the motivations of Chrome is, because like you have like fucking like Damien in Metal Fight or Shu in Beyblade, where like the little guy manipulating him and forcing him to like be part of his dastardly plan is like some kind of like twisted fucking Beyblade experiment. But Chrome is just like, hey, do you want to LARP as my ex for me? Like, that's fucked up. That's insane. Like, yes, Shu, I need you to put on this mask and throw away your entire identity so we could, like, make a fucked up demonic Beyblade. And it's just, Seal, do you want to put on that mask and pretend to be X for me? Just for my own personal amusement?
I think that now is a really good time to pull up the train, actually.
Yeah. Oh, and the ad plays right as you say that.
Shit. Where's the train? The White Woman videos have really ruined the front page. All of the shorts are just foul now. Because I just think that the natural YouTube like pipeline is just to hand people porn. I think that's what the like either put them down like the alt-right pipeline or just hand them porn. I think that's what the pipeline is. I really just did look up train.
What? Oh, hey, could you pull up the one image in chat? So I got that ad.
Okay. No, I'm not pulling that up on Twitch.
I'm just joking.
Do you pull up a picture of Seamus, though? I feel like you should do that.
Yeah, no, I
pull up
genuinely wanted you to pull up the pictures of Seamus. That's just crazy that I got that ad, though, right? Like, not the ad for the app. Why Lois Griffin? I know why, but
well, it's not just Lois Griffin. So, for the audience, it's an AI image of Lois Griffin if she was, like, some sexy, like, creature. If?
Is it bad that, like, when I read the screen, I was hearing the voice?
Hey, Bina.
Hey, mister. Horny up by yourself?
Okay, so we're going to pull up a picture of Seamus now. Shit, you have toes in this. We can't do that.
Fuck.
All right, I zoomed in on just Seamus.
Oh my god!
I didn't even notice the toes.
Yeah, what is?
I'm locked in.
I'm too focused on Seamus.
You're locked in. I'm geeked, I guess.
Prosecco's fade to black in NF5 isn't comparable, but it is a reminder that I don't know if I trust the writers to deliver sometimes. You know, I don't know if I trust these writers to deliver sometimes, but I also feel like I have a sixth sense of whether the writers are going to shit the bed or not. They could shit the bed in Beyblade X, but I don't think they're going to shit the bed in specific ways.
I wonder what the next Left Spin Beyblade will be. It will be the CX Dragoon release. That is my bet.
Yeah. I think
it will be, even if it's not Dragoon, it's going to be a CX release.
Yeah, we are going to get, like, I think in Bay X, we've learned the lesson of Burst, of, hey, maybe don't give multiple left spins an opportunity to exist. Because as soon as a lot of the strategy of having a Beyblade that spins in the opposite direction goes out of the window once every Bay spins in the opposite direction, or has the option to spin left or right. It's kind of not a good situation. What do you think about that cat? He doesn't like that cat.
Oh my god. Those noises.
I know. I think we're going to get a limited amount of left spin bays and dual spin bays, which I think should be the case. Now,
It should only be reserved for the freaks.
Now, the thing about dual spin bays is I don't know how they're going to handle the ratchet. Because for dual spin bays, you could very easily have, like, them function like the dual spins from Metal Fight, where they just take out the walls in the prongs, so you can put in the prongs either way. You can put it on the launcher either way, but, like, the problem is that the ratchet goes on two different directions for either left or right spin. So, I don't know. Will you just be able to put on the ratchet either way? I don't know. I don't remember, or will everything have a strong spin and then a weak spin in terms of the ratchet? I don't know. I don't remember if this appeared in my brain or someone else's, but we need a vampire left spin bay that would go crazy. No, this is true. Most of them felt unnecessary, like Helios, Salamander, Bahamut, etc. Yeah, there was just another left spin for there to be another left spin for that to be cool. I'm going to be so real. I forgot that Salamander was left spin.
I also forgot Salamander was left spin.
I don't think I even knew that Salamander was left spin.
I didn't. I sure as shit didn't. I won't even pretend. I'm gonna be honest even more. I literally, I was about to say it. I forgot Helios. I was like, Helios, what one's that?
One of the main characters.
And that's when that's when you saying that should be the tip off that it's sparking. But then I still could reasonably go, which one? Because there's like main characters in all of them.
Yeah, Soul Blaze. Shout out Beyblade versus the Sun. Alright, let's get on the train. I don't think we need HT train because HT train is lagging. Wait, no. We're back on track.
Oh, it was just a little choppy start getting on the tracks.
Yeah. A cat wants in and out. Crazy
Can't have
cat.
it both ways.
Lucifer should have been a dual spin bay. Yeah, probably should have. Do I think it probably ended up better that was like right spin only? Maybe. Kind of starting to appreciate Metal Fight more the past while, so now would be a good time. Yeah. We need a Beyblade X movie. I know, like,
Yeah.
Beyblade X is the worst series to have a movie for.
I think they can make it work.
I think they can make it work.
I think it's time to make the live-action Beyblade movie happen.
Because we had a movie for Bakuten Shoot and Metal Fight, which work really well for movies because they're like shown in anime. And I think that you could have made a movie work for Burst as well, given the nature of Burst. With Bay X, I'm not sure if you can make a movie work.
But it'd be funny.
It'd be funny.
Oh my. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't believe we're climbing up the Y Tower today.
So true. Like, it would have to be like Beyblade X, let's go to Europe. Or Beyblade X, like, we have to go to a small, like, Osaka, like, town. We have to go to, like, the Inaka. We have to, like, go to a small-ass, bitch-ass little town and then teach someone a lesson, and there's someone being a prick. I think we can only do, like, a movie at the end of year 2, which, incidentally, is usually when they do a movie.
Do you think Multi could
Homecoming
beat
arc.
King? Honestly, I don't think, because Multi could definitely beat King. I'm sorry, but I don't give a shit about King. He's kind of a nothing character.
I feel like Multi, I feel like as long as Multi would have the read on the person, I think it's her win.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Funniest
kinda
option
like
of
the
Bayek's movie is
schemer.
getting supernatural, but never acknowledging the events of it ever
The
again.
Scooby-Doo approach?
That would fuck. Or like you have like a crazy like another Burn type character be like, I have the 5X system, or like, you know, or like just some crazy like 5D type bullshit.
Bayx and the Witch's Curse, Bayx and on Zombie Island.
Yeah, they're Beyblading
Bayx
against. Oh my god!
Cyber Chase?
No, it'd be a nod. No, that would be such a nod to Bakuten Shoot. They go against the fucking weird ass monster people.
Actually, I think Bayx. No, that's how they do it. We have the entire movie take place in VR.
Yeah.
But we have them do like the 5X system. It's just like it's VR. They go to a virtual world, and then they like question at the end of like, was that real or not? One step at a time.
Might be awesome, actually.
Look, Nintendo, hire this man.
Nintendo, hire this T-girl. You need a DEI hire anyway.
It's true. Hire the Daft Brothers. 2 of us are women.
That's true.
Isn't it a mention from Bottle Man Original where they become Bottle Man? Oh yeah, Bottle
They
Man
become
was
the Beyblades?
Old.
Bottle Man was an isekai. Huh.
Zeus Splitter should totally be a final boss and not a K-pop star. No, having an idol character is always awesome and funny. I'm sorry, but I'm the ultimate idol defender here.
That is a character.
Zach's literally one of the best characters in Burst.
He's
like,
literally
genuinely kind of wasted potential.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I'm sad
wouldn't
he
say
never got brought back.
I wouldn't say wasted potential, because do I want him in the other seasons?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess you're right, but like I feel like they wouldn't have done him justice in the other seasons.
Okay, now you're convincing me.
I feel like they had like another like celebrity character in God, having Joshua versus Zachary. That would be really fucking funny.
Are we doing another V-Force pull? Are we doing another BSB 2002 pull?
You know who else has an idol character?
Oh, rare non-2002 pull. I don't know. Is the movie? I have not seen. Oh, the same arc as Zeus Splitter. Also, okay, it's G-Rev. I don't know. What we really want to do with Oh my gosh, the cat found out how to open doors. Well, I guess if you found out how to open doors, you can come in.
figure out how to close them on the way out.
No, true.
True. Were you born at a barn, cat? Probably.
This cat was born on the streets.
Mm.
Oh, hop on.
Like Batman.
Batman was explicitly not born on the streets?
No. Bruce Wayne wasn't, but Batman was. You know, you see what I'm getting
Batman
at?
was born in the sheets.
That's true.
Uh...
I like the iterations of Batman where he does be a shithead billionaire to keep up appearances and genuinely do the bit of, do you really think I'm Batman? And people go, shit, you're right. Like Commissioner Gordon shows up and he's like, hello, Bruce. And he's like, hello. And then he's like, oh, I haven't introduced you to... And he's got like a prostitute next to him. He's just like, I actually don't know her name. She doesn't speak English.
Oh, Louis serves no purpose as a character after God.
Yeah.
After we wrap up his stuff in God, he doesn't serve a purpose as a character anymore other than the guy that the audience likes.
He's there because he's funny.
We can keep giving him different feather boas.
Yeah, that is true. I do love his feather boas. I don't think any characters falling off in Burst is related to them losing to X or Y. I think it's any character in Bayburst falls off because they cease being a compelling character or you know, having anything to say about anything. And instead serving as a walking stick of measuring, this person is this powerful because they beat X. Isn't that crazy? Because the back half of Burst is all, oh my gosh, Glorb beat Bip. Isn't that fucking insane?
It's pretty much just like the Trunks reveal against Frieza, just over and over.
It's literally just Warp Effect, this series.
I understand how so many power scalers got into Beyblade, because like Metal Fight and Burst are both such power scaler shows.
Well, because like the way we make a guy intimidating is, oh my god, he beat him without even thinking. Like, it's just like,
he beat him in 12 seconds.
Literally episode 1, he just beat 100 bladers.
No, my favorite character in Bayburst is Glorb. He beat Bip. I can't fucking believe that.
Oh my god, I can't believe he did it with Ultras Magnus, his bay that came on the fuck driver.
Yeah, Ultra Magnus, the Transformers crossover bay from the app that they put into the anime that came on the fuck driver.
I can't believe we actually could just have an Ultra Magnus Beyblade that comes out in, like,
no, we could.
This year.
Yeah, I'm slapping that shit on the fuck driver.
Glorby Bit Blue. Did you hear about Glebo's insane loss? Knuckle just lost in the champion seat. Tipo was going to get his shit rocked.
Ah, I see. Glebo's Bay has the commune disc.
That could be a real disc that exists in Burst. I'm going to be so for real with you.
Okay, can we just talk about how asinine Burst parts are named? Oh.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we had all the parts that we did towards the end of Burst.
We had Yell in the initial wave. We had shit like Polish. I think it's when we got to things like Zeal and Zyphoid when it really got like, we are running out of words.
Yeah, they like run out of words that sound cool.
Glorbo's Bay has Glorbo, the evil form of Glorb from Beyblade Burst Glip.
The Glock disc.
Glorbo's Bay has a unique gimmick that just has a gun attached to it. Yeah, I love the bullet driver. Zale is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Season robot.
So true. I think my favorite moment to like where I realized we might have gotten a little too lost in the sauce with like the way we name Bayburst's releases and like parts. The leaked and like proposed names for Guilty Longinus.
Oh, Extinction Longinus.
Don't forget the others.
Yeah, the ones we can't say.
Yeah.
I know about that.
Yeah.
But we'll talk later.
I wish
think
it was called
Lucifer
Extinction,
the
honestly.
End Co-Drift is one of the coolest names ever. That one they nailed. That one was good.
That one's raw. That one goes in the category of like how Bleach is in my mind of this is not great, but it's raw as fuck, so I gotta enjoy it a little.
I was going through Vault. Okay, I'm going to try to go through Vault's bays by memory. We can all do this as a mini game. Valkyrie, Victory Valkyrie, God Valkyrie, Strike Valkyrie, technically.
Let's see,
Chozette's Valkyrie.
No,
sorry,
wait, we missed
Winning Valkyrie. Winning Valkyrie.
Winning, yeah, I was about to say the
Winning
the
Valkyrie and
the
then
first one in
Chozette's.
Turbo. First one in Chozette's Turbo.
So we're already at 7 of them.
Let's see. There was there was Slash for
Slash.
Gachi.
Brave. Is it Slash into Brave?
There's only the one for GT Gachi, right?
Yeah, so it is Slash into Brave into Savior.
Yes.
Into Ultimate.
Ultimate.
10 Valkyries.
10 Valkyries, and you still got no bitches.
True. He literally has a wife and his name is Shu.
It's true. It's true. Oh, I was meaning you, Zep. I'm just being mean. All right, quick. Topic change. Oh god, now I'm remembering the BU Ultimate Bays. Yeah. Are you about to get demonetized? Are we about to get demonetized?
I don't know anymore, man. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, okay, Ultimate Valkyrie and Burst Spriggan. Okay. I like the way Burst Spriggan looks a lot. I do like it.
I'm sorry, Ultimate Valkyrie and Burst Spriggan does work. It is say what you will.
Yowie 2-pack.
Yeah, say what you will about like the battle experience of the bays. I think it's a little favored for Spriggan. Burst is the name of that system. It is also one of the last releases. I think it's fine. I think it's actually raw as fuck.
I mean, it's like cute when you realize, you got Vault and Shu, Valkyrie Spriggan, Burst and Ultimate, the name of the line at the time, and then like the whole comeuppance of the what year was it when it came out? 2015 on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 2015 on the chips, like that. Like once they pointed out the 2015, that kind of like drastically changed it for me. This is like a cute thing.
That is
like
one of the greatest
release.
sets. Just through like what it represents for the series, it was the perfect way to capstone that series. And then I guess like doing Barricade Lucifer as the last Burst Bay was cute because it's just like the end of Bakuten Shoot with Bloody Devil. That was the last Bay there, so now we have the last Bay be a devil here. And we have thank you written on the Bay. Oh, it's cute, but Burst really ended with the Versus set. Yeah, the Versus.
Oh, it was called the Versus set. Oh my god, because that also has a double meaning because you have Valkyrie and Spriggan there with VS. Oh, that's so cute.
Well, no, the Endco Drift wasn't the last release. It would have been.
It was.
I wish the final release was called The End.
That would have been hella cute, actually. I don't know. Again, that release was kind of saved for me when they pointed out the thank you on it. And I was like, okay, I understand.
I still have
It was-
the little placard, like the 3, 2, 1, go shoot placard that came with it, hanging up.
Nice. Yeah, like it was just like that one kind of worked. Because then, like, you kind of think about it, and it's like, well, I mean, the system's ending. We're going to start a new one. I think they kind of didn't care necessarily about, like, the meta or, like, making, like, incredible, like, toys, and instead just, like, here are some releases.
They're really good sculptures.
Yeah, like, here's some releases so you can remember Burst for all of its good and not the bad.
Let's see. All I'm saying is that, you know, did you see that Glor beat Bip? Dude, did you hear about Glebo's insane loss? Yunkel just lost the rights to the champion seat. Tipo is going to get his shit rocked. That's how people talk about Burst.
Yeah.
And I think they should be, like, just obliterated. Obliterated for this.
Really don't care about Burst, but love the one part name. Fair enough. I mean, I think Burst. I think someone can find something to like in Burst, no matter how much they don't really care or like it. Like, I think there's a lot of people you could just show an Excalibur to, and they'd go, "That looks neat."
I'm going to be real. We're going to see a lot of Burst love coming in like 3 or 5 years.
That's when the Burst generation is gonna be like really in it.
Video essays.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is that the Burst generation, the front half of it, already grew up by the end of Burst. Because if you were like 10 at the beginning of Burst, you are a legal adult in the U.S. by the end of Burst.
That's true.
I've already come across Beyblade Burst Nostalgia Slap on Zhao Hongshu. Thank God.
Oh, yes. Yes! I can't wait for the video essay of, like, the hidden masterpiece or, like, just random shit. Because I've been seeing that for, like, Inazuma 11. And I don't know what to think about that. Like, just seeing fucking Mamoru Endo. I'm getting that right?
Mamoru.
Yeah, Mark
okay.
Evans.
Yeah, Mark Evans from Soccer Boys the 11.
Yeah, like just seeing
Okay,
that...
it is Mamoru. Okay, I did want to correct.
Yes.
Thank God we have Ami in chat.
Yeah, but like seeing that character on a video essay that says the moment that changed sports anime, I'm like, ugh!
Me when I say he sucks.
I'm like reeling as I add that to my watch later because I have to know.
Yeah.
Like I don't watch video essays to learn about the shit. I learn them because I watch them because I'm like, what the fuck do they have to say so I can disagree with it?
I really hate a lot of video essays on things
like
I have interest in because it's just like, I think your opinions are worse than mine. That seems really mean-spirited. Sometimes I really like them. Sometimes they are really good. But sometimes I watch something and it's just like, you know, I feel like a lot of video essays try to post something as like revolutionary or as something as so cool and subversive when it's like Inazuma 11, Pokemon but with soccer. And I love Inazuma 11. I think those silly little skrunklos are awesome, but we can't lie. We can't lie about it. We can't pretend.
A lot of the it's just like a lot of the premises of the essays are they serve to try to inflate it or make the works like more, like you said, more revolutionary.
They insist upon themselves.
Bigger. Yeah, they do. I also really like it when okay, to pull back the curtain, I'm playing up. I was playing up for a bit. For a clippable moment, even though it's just gonna be in the VOD. But like, I'm genuinely like, I do kind of, my guilty pleasure is like watching them, because like I do enjoy critiquing. I do enjoy nitpicking a little, but like it's just like, it's funny when like you can see people who like did not, like, you can kind of get the vibe of like, oh, you didn't give a fuck in your English classes, and it's showing right now because you do not know how to structure an argument, or like they just start yapping at a certain point where they're like just restating the same thing. And like, it's been extra interesting because like now you get the people who are like, oh, I can just have an AI voice read my script. And that makes it even more worse because like the droning AI voice, like just, you're like, I've already heard this again, I've heard this, I keep hearing this. You're just saying it different ways for 10 minutes.
I think it's...
This is exactly why I try not to market myself as a video essayist, because I'm not. It's literally like, my channel's Yap Sessions, and it's always just me sitting in front of a camera talking, because I feel like that's the best way to present that type of thing.
Like,
because it's casual.
Whenever I do a Zepisode, I try to be really fair with what I'm talking about. Because I don't want to, like, damn something too much, but I also don't want to, like, pump it up too much. And I think I've done, like, a decent job at that so far. Because a lot of the conclusions of a lot of episodes are, I think this thing is neat. If you find it a decent price, pick it up. Otherwise, you know, now you know about it. It's part of your conceptual set, and you can, like, you know, go on in the future evaluating things through the lens of knowing, like, oh, this could have inspired this, or like they share mutual inspiration, or like, oh, this kind of feature has been done in a toy before, or like, oh, Battle Card existed. That's really interesting, but doesn't really help me understand anything else about the world. I really like our Battle Card video. Our Battle Card video is one of our sleeper hits, I think.
It deserves more. Okay, so the main inspiration for the format of my videos is when I used to go over to my friend Jared's house and we'd hit the bong together and he'd explain old 90s video games to me. That is the exact type of aura and atmosphere I'm trying to emulate in my videos.
Yeah, Ami's got it. Ami's got a good way to put it. It's just like, I wish they were just more genuinely upfront about like, can I talk about something I really like? Like, I just wish they had a bit more light. There was a little more fire under them. It's just a lot of them feel like they're like holding back in ways of like, they're just not showing any personality.
I think there's a lot of like just faulty premises in them too. Of like, why X was ruined by blank, why blank caused the failure of X, when always the reason for a franchise getting canceled is not because of a single product, is not because of like X, Y, or Z. It wasn't because this, or this you didn't like. It's because one of the shareholders thought that there was not a future and they decided to can it. That's the only reason. There are factors that add to it, and some of them based in logic, but at the end of the day, it is always some guy in a suit saying, no, we shouldn't do this anymore, and everyone who's working on it going, oh, I guess we're out of a job now. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think his episodes do a really good job.
Present
not like
in an interesting way, but
yeah, like with his episode, it leaves like an open-endedness. It's not trying to convince you to like this thing. It's not trying to convince. It's just the only thing it is out there to do is to shine a light on this, and then any of the opinions you're sharing are purely played off as banter and like just part of your personality as the person acting as like the vehicle delivering information, you know? Like like I would never call a Scott the Woz video a video essay. And Zepisodes are very similar in nature, but like they're a lot more like just they're like an actual like kind of like show in a way where there's like a point.
I know. I think
to their
to
it. There's like a format. It can be repeated.
The purpose of the purpose of his episode is that's the best thing you can watch at work in the background. It is easily the best thing that you can turn on in the background at work and watch it and go like, damn, I'm getting a lot of work done. I could probably watch that again in the background at work again.
I do it at work, and through my clinical, through my oh my god, what is the word I'm looking for? Anecdotal evidence. I think I can prove that Zepisodes increase productivity in the workplace by at least 300%.
I know. I liked our sciences episode on like metals and stuff because that one like was an excuse to teach people basic material science
I
through
like
the
that
lens.
a lot of people saw through it.
Yeah,
too.
I like when people saw through the skies on that one.
Okay, but I think the big takeaway, they saw through it, but then they're like, thanks, or like, how funny, oh you,
but
they're like, you scamp.
There's also a lot of people who didn't get it and then drew false conclusions from it, and that's like, every time in his episode, I try to like add 7 different tags of like, this is a joke, this is not like actually how it works, or like, there's a lot of different conclusions that you can draw from this, but the general basis is this. Don't like assume this because of this. And you know, sometimes people aren't just going to get that, and they're going to draw from their own conclusions that they already have in their head, and there's nothing I can do about that, and I don't really care. That's just how the internet is. That's fine.
Which, yeah, and I mean, we'd be miserable and insane if we humored any of that shit.
I know. I don't know how this became like a post-mortem of how his episodes work, but like there's I don't know, there's this one video about like or there's like an entire cottage industry of videos of why Tenkai Night failed, and a lot of them like mention the show and are like, this is just like Bakugan and or Ninjago and or whatever they watched in their childhood.
I who only watched one kids anime watching their second kids anime.
God, this is really like Boss Baby. Like, it's just like, I don't think they're ingrained enough in the culture, the target audience. I say the culture of watching fucking kids anime. Like, they're not ingrained enough, like, in like the context that the medium exists in and the tropes, or are watching it in good faith.
Yeah, cause like there is kind of that general perspective change. You kind of look at Hobby Annie when like you just do see it as a, because like it can be really really good and like really well produced and like, you know, spectacular, like high highs. It's got some low lows.
So it
exists to sell toys.
Here's the problem with the tag of video essay, is that a lot of people will go on camera and yap about something for a long time and then like vaguely source stuff and not have like a really like concentrated argument or anything like that, other than like, I think blank is bad and here's like a couple reasons and here's a few tangents and here's like a bunch of jokes about how long a Yu-Gi-Oh card is.
Yeah,
and like,
meanwhile,
it's not like an essay, it's more of just like an editorial, whereas a video essay like has like a premise, it has a point, it like brings up citations and stuff and like evidence and stuff. Like H Bomber Guy, that's a video essay. Jacob Geller, yeah, those are video essays. But like Sunny V2, that's not a video essay, that's just like an automatically generated script. Saying like, this guy is bad. He might have darker side that his fans don't know about. One time on Reddit, he was mean.
Oh man,
Makes
imagine
you think.
Dog, imagine when you get a Sunny V2 of you. That's when you know you've made the big leagues.
It's true. Sunny V2 is drama content. It is drama content.
Yeah, drama content is
in the form of like a
me.
video essay. Then there are movie reviews in the form of a video essay, which aren't like really a video essay as much as they are just a movie review that's long and rambly. Like the Quentin reviews, like Victorious, iCarly stuff, they have video essays in them. The thing about those videos is that they are like a long-form content that are essentially just like a riff tracks of something. There are riff tracks of something that occasionally get interrupted by an actual YouTube video. And I think once you understand them on that basis, I think they're a great watch.
Yeah.
I think of Quentin reviews the same way I think of like analog horror content. Like you get jump scared by a video essay.
You get jump scared by like a toy retrospective review or like a video essay or like, you know, a bit.
Yeah, like you're just watching an entire ARG just cut together. You're watching the super cut of an ARG, more or less. You could also watch them as like a case study on the human condition, but
yeah,
like,
true.
Yeah, I don't know. In chat, getting some Ninjago vibes from this. Oh, is it because it's gay like Cole from Ninjago?
It's true. Cole from Ninjago is my favorite closeted homosexual.
One of my favorite bits, genuinely, just casually to drop, mention Ninjago because, you know, people know about Ninjago and like then they don't realize that they kind of still know about it because you still occasionally see it on like they'll occasionally see it when they're in a store because yes, it is still ongoing. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe they brought Ninjago back. And you go, it never left. Like we just recently are like swapping from the guys
to a new set of characters.
Yeah, like and the others are like still there and like,
they just had their Ash moment, Ash leaving moment.
Yeah.
So anyways, back to Tenkai Knight's video talking about like, man, 4 guys with elemental powers, color-coded, the different things.
Have you seen anything before? Have you seen any piece of media? Have you seen Final Fantasy for the Nintendo 16? Nothing, because it's on the NES!
I don't know, have you?
Quest 64.
Have you seen fucking Pokemon? Have you seen fucking Power Rangers? Have you seen fucking, I don't know, Greek myth?
Real. Yeah, this has been being done. People have been creating fictional elemental guys.
Have you seen the
since
teenage
the dawn of time?
And not even elemental, color-coded guys. Have you seen the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Like, it helps you differentiate them. And then that's not even...
It helps kids choose their favorite fucking color. And you love it.
True.
Everyone loves it. Everyone
All right.
loves this. You can do it a million times and people still love having their color-coded little blorbos because it helps them say, hey, mommy, I want Zane from Ninjago. And it's like, who? The white one. And then the parents go, what? The what?
Or they go, the ice.
He's what?
The ice ninja. Well, luckily no one's favorite was Cole, so they never heard the bad the extra bad version.
Mommy, I want the black ninja. And they go to the store and
this is when
these guys are all, none of these are,
There's no toys of that
this
one,
guy,
honey.
I see this Cole guy, but he's like definitely he's definitely like a white
shit,
guy,
I
right?
Probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that one.
Oh my god. Yellow,
yeah.
minifigure colored.
He's definitely like a Simpsons.
True.
I love how Lego and The Simpsons had the same solution to a problem that they then completely annexed by introducing like a black character with a different skin color. So no longer are they racially ambiguous.
Yeah. Pro Jared Final Fantasy bit. True.
But I don't know, color-coded guys is one of the foundations of, I don't think media, but human society. Like, if we don't have color-coded guys with different powers, I don't know what we'd do as a society.
Yeah,
the entire J-pop industry, every idol group is that.
Sports teams. Same shit there.
Okay, change the stream name.
Oh yeah, it's train time.
Like, color-coded guys, that's the basis of Thomas the Tank Engine, that's the basis of the Team Umizoomi, that's the basis of fucking Winnie the Pooh, that's the basis of Yo Gabba Gabba, that's the basis of
Mickey Mouse,
yeah, that's the basis of literally everything. It's the basis of everything.
These color schemes, that's giving me serious Boss Baby vibes.
Yeah, it's just true. It's just like, these guys are all assigned their own, like, power set, personality trope, and image color.
I think you know what my favorite element is. Purple.
Purple.
I like the purple one.
What are the elements in Tenkai Nights, even?
I think it's the basis ones. Hold on, let me look up Tenkai Elemental again, because they didn't even get assigned the elemental modes until like the second half of the series.
I'm assuming.
So they were just like red, blue, yellow, and green guys.
Yeah, red's Tenkai Firestorm, blue Tenkai Ice Blast, green Terra Blast, and yellow Lightning Strike. So, so like basic shit.
It is in fact the Ninjago elements.
And then the Dromus is Tenkai Whirlwind. The black one is Wind.
Sure. So the thing, you know, you could say that it uses the Ninjago elements, but I feel like the Ninjago elements are used elsewhere. But also, let's think critically about the elements that Lego Ninjago used, because I think it's like a convergent evolution of like a lot of things could use those, because fire is something that you can easily blast. And has an associated personality trait. Lightning is something that you can blast. It is also, like, very popular. People love bitches with electricity power. Bitches love people who can freeze shit. Bitches love, like, the tough earth guy whose toys don't sell, because usually their stuff is done up in a, like, dimmer color, like a brown, or like a gray, or like a black, and, like, historically speaking, you know, usually like reds and golds and other stuff sell higher. People love Pokemon.
Sailor Moon tried to avoid this problem by making the Earth guy and the Lightning guy the same guy, but then she was also green, and green is always the least popular color in Magical Girl teams.
Yeah, which is strange.
But they put pink in the color scheme. That does help.
Green is, I think, a really popular color when people are choosing favorite colors. But when it comes to toys, why ain't people buying the fucking greens? And I have to say, I fall victim to this too. When I see the red guy on shelves, I mean, assume, yeah, this is probably going to give me a basis for the rest of the line.
In the Monster High Generation 3 reboot, Frankie used to be green. Now Frankie's color is like a mint kind of bluish color. I wonder why. Yeah.
Like Ventus from Bakugan. Original Ventus
They
color scheme.
can't make a green Precure anymore. It's always like a weird, like kind of mintish bluey green.
Sorry, we're hopping on the bed now.
Psyop.
Like it's always like you know when they do greens, it's like kind of like a teal.
More like doo-doo green.
More like mint, yeah.
Can you like put your feet like kick your feet like
No.
when I show up?
No. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. I love
man.
Tommy Oliver. Actually, no. Tommy Oliver did single-handedly save Green. No, actually, no. And then Green Ninja did... Okay, Green is only popular when it's introduced slightly later.
Yeah, green is only good when it's like... There's got to be fanfare behind the green.
Also, but apparently
I guess
we now
also
have
Hulk.
official material that calls it a shade of blue, so I guess VBS has 2 blue guys now. What the fuck?
That's so cool. You know what's bad? I saw VBS and I went like vacation Bible school.
True. Me when I send Miku to vacation Bible school.
Real. Yeah, it is interesting for sure, like the colors they do choose. I mean, like, why do you think Optimus Prime is like insane? Like his design, but he's also red and blue. Come on.
Red, blue with flares of yellow a lot of the time. He's a Gundam.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I think for me, like just thinking about it, yeah, the only green characters and stuff I really like are the ones that like there is a lot of like push for the green one, you know?
Yeah, I think like
Only time I can think of a green character that's like universally beloved is Minty has been consistently
Oscar
one
the
of the
Grouch.
most popular characters from My Little Pony. Only character to be brought back in like 3 different generations.
Unless I guess there is also the exception of like if they're like the villain character, I feel like green works pretty good too.
Yeah.
I feel like green works real good for
well,
villains.
I think
thinking about
green
it.
only works when you're not like a reptile person.
Yeah.
Because
I
then
mean-
green is boring.
Well, Hulk. There's Hulk.
Oh yeah, Hulk was like one of the most popular characters of Marvel for like decades running. It was like, what, X-Men, Spider-Man, Hulk, wasn't Captain America. Captain America wasn't that popular. It was Thor. I think it was Thor who was the other popular one.
But at the same time, I feel like Hulk's just also kind of awesome. Like he could have been any color, and I feel like they show that by like there's literally Red Hulk. And like other colors of Hulk, and people like those too.
Green is a good and common favorite color because it's good for environments. Because, like, nature. For clothing, it's a bold choice. No, you are correct. You are actually correct. Because it's harder for the green guy to blend... It's easier for the green guy to blend in with the backgrounds. But it's in these series where they have, like, the special green suit that it does pop out.
Yeah. I mean, like, that being said, like, I have absolutely been, like, incorporating more green into my wardrobe for sure because of that exact reason. Like, I realized at some point, I'm like, I don't wear enough green. And I think I really like wearing, like, green clothes.
Okay, let's... Okay, we're typing in these...
I think to like.
Oh yeah, one other green character I just remembered. Takara Tomy is launching a new Magical Girl franchise this year called Princession Orchestra, and shockingly, one of the main 3 characters is green. However, all of the toys we have seen so far look significantly more yellow.
Interesting. Oh, there. I mean, the Grinch. I'm surprised we haven't mentioned the Grinch yet. Oscar the Grouch. Oh, green transform. I'm thinking. I was like Green Transformers too. Bulkhead.
Yeah,
Bulkhead.
Bulkhead is like a fan favorite, not like a actual big seller boy, isn't he?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, other than that, there's really not tons of green Transformers, honestly.
Let me send this in stream chat for reference.
I will say there are definitely like very unflattering shades of green, thinking about like a lot of shiny Pokemon.
Wow, Magic Mint. I mean, Rayquaza's popular because he's a powerful guy who's green. I know.
Okay, so I sent an image in chat of Princession Orchestra. It is definitely kind of like a yellowy green here, but then you go to like the one plush set they revealed. That is straight up yellow.
That's just
this is
yellow.
not. This is.
I feel like this is the Mandela effect, but I have the evidence right in front of me for this case.
Okay, copy link.
They're just causing people to have issues. This is gonna convince people they're colorblind. That's so funny.
So you see Princess I think her name's Princess Zeal in the back, the green one.
These designs kind of fuck though.
Oh no, that's Princess Meteor. I get Princess Meteor and Princess Zeal mixed up a lot, but the green one's Meteor.
Oh, Kyoya is green, yeah.
Now this is straight up yellow. That's straight up fucking yellow.
That's yellow because we see green in the eyes. That is yellow. I guess those blonde bitches sell.
Huh.
Like, I know with plushies, you do have to deal with a lot of, you know, compromises in color because the way that they get dyed and stuff. But no, that's yellow. There are greens that exist. What the fuck?
It sucks too, because that's like I really like that shade of green that they used for the character.
Yeah, I love
like a
Gumi.
good green. That's so true. Oh, how can we forget the greatest green of all time, Nickelodeon Gak?
True.
That's true.
But Nickelodeon slime
slime.
is orange.
Yeah.
Sometimes. No, but it's really bright green sometimes. I don't know. I think green is a really hit or miss color.
Yeah, it's just there's so many shades that are unappealing of green.
But there's also a lot of shades that are really appealing.
Yeah, it's just I feel like with blue.
It's hard to fuck up a blue.
Yeah, like there's not really an de facto ugly color of like a blue or a red.
In terms of pigments, you can't fuck up a blue or a red. Like if it's like on a screen, you can fuck up a blue and a red, but in terms of like what you can do with a pigment, it's really hard to fuck up a blue or a red in a toy.
Yeah. I mean like it sounds gross, but like green is a color that
well, it exists in
that,
nature,
like,
so
yeah.
it can remind you of like bad things.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, I mean, I mean, everyone uses the term puke green.
Yeah, she would represent bananas on a magical team based on fruits.
That's so true.
Anyways, a magical girl that's based on fruits does exist. It's called Kamen Rider Gain.
Yeah.
It is actually.
Also Fresh Precure.
And Fresh Precure, literally.
Yeah. Fresh Precure.
And also Troppery.
To a lesser extent.
Kind of.
One of them is a fruit.
One of them's a fruit. I don't know. I think more than one of them's a fruit.
They're all fruit.
Oh yes, and so bringing up Procession right now, I keep like forgetting to bring it up on stream, but they revealed the villain team somewhat recently, and they really said like, what if everyone on the villain team was the slut elf?
Yes,
thank fucking God.
Finally, they did it. These just look like Pokemon. These look like Pokemon characters, and I mean that in a great way.
What does that mean? So you know Quiche from Tokyo Mew Mew? Imagine if they're all Quiche.
You don't know what a slut elf is. Well, luckily it's a phrase that explains itself.
Yeah.
If they have vagina bones and they're a guy, that's kind of a slut elf thing. Thank you for approving Woo Slut Elves. I was about to do it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peggy.
Well, let me drop the link in chat so you can take a look at these designs.
I know, whenever a guy has vagina bones, or cum gutters as they're known in some communities,
Put down like a dog.
I don't know, I think that's a slut elf behavior.
Every one of them looks like they are on the cusp of a mental breakdown.
I know, it's like if you turned a Keebler elf into a twink. That's kind of like what a slut elf is. Fuck, that's just Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Fuck. What's the fourth one again? The fourth Snap, Crackle, and Pop elf?
Is there one?
There's a fourth one?
Yeah, there is a fourth one.
They have an extra rider? What? They have an extra
Well, no, it's more like a
What?
fifth Beetle situation, where he just kind of got edged out, and then got kicked out of the band.
Got a wise guy over here.
Who's that little freak in the Snap, Crackle, Pop? Who's the fourth one?
That unintelligible.
Oh, and it came up. Can't stop me. So, cereal consumers haven't seen this little guy since the 80s. So, Snap, Crackle, and Pop first appeared on Kellogg boxes 1941. They're joined by a fourth one, Pow. Snap, Crackle, Pop, and Pow. But Pow was simply a friend of the family. Pow's name didn't represent a sound coming from a cereal bowl like the other names do. Instead, Pow was short for power, representing how much nutritional punch the whole grain rice and Rice Krispies had. Instead of an elf outfit, Pow wore a spacesuit around on some kind of hovercraft to deliver spoonfuls of Rice Krispies to the other hungry elves.
So he's just like a fucking burnout kid? Oh my god. Annoying. No.
Yeah, so Pow is like this fourth little critter. He's kind of like the Great Gazoo, actually. Some weird space age character that they just randomly add in.
I see. They should like do this again. They should like add again to Snap, Crackle, and Pop. It should be Snap, Crackle, Pop, and boom, and then it's Big Justice.
Boom, 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 5 big booms.
I gave a coworker 5 big booms at work today, and I think I've like reached a tipping point. It's like kind of bad when over teams I'm sending 5 big booms in response to something good happening.
Can we see 5 big booms in chat? Can we see 5 big booms? Oh, we've been gone for 3 hours. We'll probably end soon.
Yeah, this is a Yab sesh. Welcome.
Welcome back, Josiah.
Hey guys. I just wanted to I've been scrolling the internet for a little bit, and then I decided, I've been looking at like the Pokemon Prismatic Evolution stuff. Some people are selling on eBay sold listings of 2 ETBs for $500. People are buying these ETBs at $250 an ETB.
You know what I'm going to do? You know the fuck what I'm going to do.
Do you want to play a little try not to laugh? I'll read my work DMs. This is probably not professional, actually. Never mind.
Yeah, I can't question that.
Well, I mean, do you question it when I go like skibbity travel for
I hope scientists discover an afterlife to find out that all scalpers go to hell. And it's like 100% consistent trend they can find. I hope so too. That would be really funny.
I hope so.
Sparrow is doing a little loaf right now. That's kind of amazing. If there's one cat that can loaf, it is certainly Patches. Oh,
Yeah.
Patches the cat can loaf.
Yeah. Skibbity travel for yacht assessments at Sigma Riz Corps in Ohio.
So true.
The response was, don't forget to add the phantom tax into the cost center.
Thank God.
Yeah, so needless to say, very productive work day for me.
I hope that for the short time that Jake popped in, he's just like, man, this Zep character really is cool, and they popped in on White Woman Wednesday and was like, never mind. I hope he revokes his shout out.
Hey, he still subscribed to us after that.
Yeah, that's true.
Real.
Like, the only reason he left stream is because he just started streaming also.
Oh my God.
He's playing Transformers War for Cybertron on YouTube as we speak.
I'm gonna hop in his stream chat.
It's only been 2 hours since your previous message. That's correct.
Oh my God, I just looked at G-Cucks. Oh my God. Holy shit.
Oh yeah,
this is
G-Cucks
awesome.
movie getting, well, I guess first episode, prologue, whatever it is, getting a US theatrical release. February 20-something.
Oh my God,
I'm ready
G-Cucks.
I'm ready to get G-Cuck.
The G-Cucks high grade kit looks fucking insane. This does not look like a high grade. Oh my God.
Oh my glob, this set
Oh
is
my
insane.
glob. Oh, they hooked it up to the G Reconquista.
I just went to look at Jake's stream, and I see someone in his chat saying Daddytron can point his cannon at me any day. True, though.
True.
The real question is, it's Mommytron.
Yeah, I was going to say he's Mommytron.
I think a lesbian could be a daddy.
Mommytron.
Yeah,
Well, but it
it could be
starts with an
daddy,
M.
but like...
Megatron, Mommytron, Mothertron.
Okay, I'm looking at more eBay sold listings for these Pokemon cards. People are selling the ETB promo card for $150. The promo card that's guaranteed to come in the ETB. People have bought for $150 online.
These prices are going to crash in like a week.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to reap the benefits of it.
This is always the way it goes. People buy like stuff for like $1 more billion. I got sucked down the Of course it's because D&D. Everything is because D&D. But also, like, just in terms of things, like, in a visual medium, having an elemental power, freezing shit. Freezing shit is always useful, but it's not, like, too, like, out there or creative a power that you have to explain how it works, or it's not immediately useful, or you couldn't put it as an elemental attack in a video game. It's also a Kirby element. In Kirby, you've got fire, ice, and lightning. Legendary birds are also this. So fire, ice, and lightning are peak because Kirby has it. This is true.
True. I missed last stream, and now I'm terrified of what happened. The usual. It was pretty much just your typical white woman Wednesday.
Think about it. Like, I'm thinking about the elements in Sailor Moon more, because they only really started like adding more elements to characters once they introduced the outer senshi, and it's just like, okay, Mercury's kind of has like a water and ice thing going on, but then we introduced Sailor Neptune, whose entire thing is water, so we gotta make her lean more into ice.
Bubbles!
Well, yeah, when she started out, it's literally her first attack is just like, I can do bubbles.
Which, like, I mean, sure, yeah, I've watched JoJo.
My
I think
element
that
is
works.
really good.
Shaban spray
really well.
works. She was still the most popular character in Japan, so like, people fucking love bubbles.
It's so true. I love Bubble Buddy.
Bubbles. I fucking
It's Bubble
love
Buddy.
Bubbles. So awesome hearing people complain about the Wii for some fucking reason. The year of our Lord? Don't complain about our fucking World War II veteran, the Nintendo Wii.
It has the Pokepart games. It's the best console. It's true. Name a, I mean, people in retirement homes right now. Well, maybe not right now because it's past their bedtime, but they be bowling on that shit every day. They're more of a gamer than I am.
The Nintendo Wii fought in Vietnam so you could be free. What are you talking about?
Think of what the Nintendo Wii has done for people whose grandkids don't visit.
This is true.
Shit, that was like...
That is
that was
actually
a little
real.
bleak. That was a little bleak.
I think this being D&D originated is also like, yeah, they had to make controls are bad. Motion controls are bad. Well, fuck. I just started reading a different thing because yeah, they had to make those dragons breathe elements. Of course, they can choose the ones you can make cool beams attack from. Because the thing about Earth is that it doesn't have a beam, and they always struggle with making Earth a beam, but they have to make Earth an element because, like, oh, earthquakes, and, like making platforms out of the Earth. But when they try to make a beam attack out of Earth, it's just like, he shoots a bunch of rocks. A bunch of rocks. Go.
When, like, I mean, I feel like the easy route would just be, like, a giant, like, sand blast, like a sand stream, right?
Yeah, but yeah.
That's probably, like, the best you could do, though. Or, like, mud.
But people
like,
actually fucking talking about the Wii because it has waggle and motion controls or back controls, and the button layout may as well be literally incompatible with multiple genres.
We're literally doing Skyward Sword shit again.
Yeah. Okay. I love my Wii. I realized the Wii could have been another chance to make a joke about Battle Fortress, but I've yapped about it twice. No, you get 3. You get 3.
Yeah. Just like wishes.
Rocks, activate! Yeah, Earth is hard because you can't make it a beam because that's just a solid. I think there is a way to make a beam out of Earth due to multiple interpretations of what it could be. Like, wood is also hard to
Yeah, I
make
was
something
thinking,
out of.
Like
you
almost have to have like
Pokemon has
vines and
solar
shit.
beam because it's just like, oh, channeling solar energy or like just pure life energy. Whereas like Earth, that shit is like literally the rocks beneath your feet. The best you could do is like natural gas or like a geyser. But then you start to question, what do we mean by Earth? Do we mean metal too? Do we mean like, what is Earth? Is mud Earth? Is rocks or Earth? Are crystals Earth, though? Could we make our beam attack like a prism reflecting light? But then we would have to add a condition for that. And also, it wouldn't be like a beam attack of just shooting out a beam, it would be like creating a crystal that shoots a beam. And like, while that might be cool, that doesn't fit with the simplicity of the other guys just summoning fire or what the fuck ever. Because it also doesn't make sense to make fire a beam, because fire, whenever you shoot fire, you're just like blowing some flames over where, like water gets away with doing a beam attack because you can do a water jet. But like, that also has to go somewhere. Like, stuff gets wet from water. Well, the Earth Elemental is the shield guy. True.
Real defense.
What about a Quake? What about a Quake line? Well, yeah, that's one of the guy's attacks, but when they're all shooting, like, their elemental beam at the bad guy, which is something that you always do no matter what, because you're always going to do an elemental beam that combines into one big elemental beam.
Yeah, like when it has to be like a come on guys, let's team up and take him down, and we all fire our blast. Our Biden really blast. Like the crystal idea would work because then maybe he could have like the crystal to combine all their stuff together. But like that
would be like too interesting and cool for them to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also makes them different. I feel like the Earth guy has to be like the 6th Ranger.
Honestly, yeah, because then he can like be different. Because then he doesn't have to like he can have a solo finisher, you know.
And also his thing can be like the thing that focuses all of your attacks into a single beam.
Or it like makes sense that his Earth powers seemingly have a lot more leeway than the other people's elements. like his is more vaguely defined.
I feel like you could get away with an Earth character more in a lot of magical girl media, because then like Earth guy just transforms into like plant and specifically flower guy, and then you got a guaranteed #1 seller there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean like it'd be interesting to see more of like a focus on like not necessarily the elements, but more like the fact that like, you know, one is a solid, one's a liquid, one's kind of just like a form of one's a plasma, one's just like fire. Fire's just like a form.
The Wonder Twins?
You're right, that is just the Wonder Twins.
Yeah, that is the Wonder Twins.
Sometimes I forget that that's the Wonder Twin shtick because the joke is always just the guy turns into the fucking bucket of water.
When I was in high school, I had this like Precure fan series where like I always struggled to figure out what my like extra cure would be, because like I did do like basic elements, but it's just more like, okay, there's this chick that represents the sun, she's the sky, and then the waters like that represents the seas, and then the earth guy, obviously earth. What the fuck do I do is like the 4th one in that case?
Space.
Do the space cure. Fuck, that would actually go hard as hell.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, that's
black holes.
Because I was almost thinking like the mind, but that might be a little too out there.
Yeah, but that's like plane. Not part of the world.
Yeah.
Like, or civilization.
The biblical heavens.
The biblical heavens, true. So, I was doing like a little project where like, what if I took the concept of Bakutech Melee and turned it into the opposite thing? Like I create a big rule book of effects and stuff that you can do with all of your Bakugan, and I make like the Battle Brawlers type elemental triangle alignment shits matter. And I tried to test out, like, what if we change what all of the elements are? And like, okay, yeah, Pyrus can be like the sun. Ventus can be like the breath of life through all things, so that's why it's also plants now.
Oh, is this going where I think it is?
I don't know. If it is, like, Aquas can be like the ocean, Darkest can be like the moon. I forget what I did everything, but like, I think I had, you know, Pyrus, Aquas, Ventus as 3 things, you know, as like, you know, the normal shit. Oh no, Darkest was destruction, and like chaos and like destructive innovation. Chaos was like the creation and innovation of things, and then I know I think Orlus was like society, because everything was like a normal, like just innate part of like how the universe functions, but then like Orlus was like a culmination of those things, but also like something that would be like different. I forget the exact details of it, but I really like the idea of society as an element or civilization.
Imagine like, it's Captain Planet. That's hard.
Nah, you lost me. No, I kind of see it, but I refuse to acknowledge it.
I'm just riffing. No, at first I was like, are you shouting? As soon as you mentioned like the Ventus being like the life energy, I'm like, are you doing Bionicle?
No, it could have been Bionicle, but like I think saying Ventus is like the breath of all things, like the breath of life, and that's why it's plants and the winds. It's that.
That's cute.
Yeah, I think that justifies Ventus being plants now.
Okay, now I honestly, how have we not brought up Bionicle yet?
Because I feel like it's obvious, and it doesn't bring much to the...
Well, I mean, at the same time, like, yes, they have their elemental abilities. The masks don't even, like, do that. Like, the masks give them other powers.
Well, sometimes the masks have elemental abilities.
Yeah, like I think that's the craziest thing to me to like think about, is just like that everyone thinks of them as like the elemental like group, but that like they have a lot more powers that are not even remotely close to that. Like Matoro's wide array of ethically questionable abilities,
or Joller's power of like success.
Yeah. Right place at the right time, baby. Like he's got the vibes. He's got the mask of good vibes.
Yeah, no, literally, his mask power, I forget which one, I think it might be his Anika mask, is like, he always rolls a success on his die roll. Anything that he could conceivably do, he succeeds at. Which I feel like...
He's got the charisma.
Super cool power in like a TTRPG or like in real life, but in a fictional medium, it's just like, he was already going to succeed everything that he could have possibly succeeded.
Unless they had him get like it sounds like some shit you'd hear about in a light novel, and now that I'm saying that out loud, that is just what Bionicle essentially
Yeah, Bionicle is light novels.
Yeah.
I'm remembering Flight Rising as a thing with elements, but those are all pretty normal. Something with a whopping 11. Arcane is probably the odd one out because it's just magic. Plague seems odd at first, but maybe it's also... You know what has the best elemental system? Fucking let me pull it up fast.
You're gonna say.
You already know what I'm gonna say.
I think I do.
It's the Kingdom of Loathing. I'm going to pull up the Kingdom of Loathing. Let me
Okay, that was one of the two. That was one of the two I thought it could be.
What was the other one? Dragon Prince?
Yeah.
The
I know
Dragon
that's
Prince
another
also
one
has
that
a
you
really
mentioned.
good elemental system.
I know you've complimented it on multiple occasions. So I was like, there's two that you've like sung high praises about.
Okay. All right. Are you ready for these elements? That did not make it any bigger. We got sleaze, we got stench, we got cold, we got hot, and we got spooky.
That's awesome as hell.
I like it.
I
think
love
they rock.
stench and sleaze.
So let's check out sleaze. What does sleaze represent? Like fucking pranks. It's like grease and shit. Deck of lewd playing cards plus 69.
Frost, I think you know we can't Google Hosamo.
We got sleaze, we got cold, we got hot, we got spooky. Because, you know, you could lump hot and cold, because, like, hot and cold, you know, cold can be, you know, ice, but it could also be, like, winds, it could also be, like, water in some cases. Sleaze is, like, you know, that's, like, grease, but it also could be, like water and stuff, like, spooky is all of your, like, magical arcane bullshit. Stench, you know, anything that's, like, stinky, anything that, like, has like I really like these elements because they're so fucking silly. Like it sleaze.
Oh, good, you put the image in. Phew. Crisis averted.
Oh, fuck. You're right. Forgot about this. Alright, let's talk about the Hosamo chart. So, the classic mobile game, fire beats green beats water. Or, like, red beats green beats blue beats red. And then light and dark or holy and demonic or whatever beat each other. The yellow and the orpal beat each other. Then we've got this situation where these interact with each other, but also have like a dragon type dependency on each other where they also beat themselves. And then we also got a third one. So these also have a special damage chart relation to all of the normal elements. But you know, this triangle is weak against the main one, but the main one is also weak against each other. Well, actually, sorry. So the main triangle does half damage against this. And this does half damage against the light and dark. The light and dark do half damage against this, but this does half damage against, you know, the main one. But these also don't have any 2 times damage against, like, these main ones. So these form their own little type triangle, right? Except this does a minorly stronger, because it's not just like times 2.5. We also have times 1.5. So we have a kind of strong against. So this is kind of strong against light and dark. And this is the only one that has that kind of relationship with it, but it also is
Except
like
each
kind of
one
strong
with
against itself.
themselves.
And then we get these, and these are just ×1 effective, which, you know, I didn't know that we had to specify, but fucking sure.
Wait. Oh, never mind.
Phantasy Star Online, yeah.
Well, aren't the ones on the bottom the yellow 1.5 arrow?
What?
Like the ones on the bottom, like it aren't those the 1.5?
Yeah, these are the 1.5s. This is 1.5 for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
And then this is, I don't know why we have to specify ×1, because that's just the assumption.
Is it, honestly?
Because I guess damaging... Yeah, no, it is, because if there's no arrow, you assume it's ×1 damage. So I wonder why they specify that this is a separate triangle.
But...
No, why is this a separate fucking triangle?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out.
Why did they feel a need to have like a triangle that's uninvolved with everything else again?
We're starting to fractal, I think, is what's happening. This is chaos theory, is my suggestion. And I say that half as a joke and half as my actual input on this.
Well, it started with only the you know, Pokemon type triangle plus light and dark, because that's what every mobile game does this. Every mobile game does that if they have an elemental system. And then they add on a secondary one that has its own type triangle, but has, you know, a tangential relation to the original type triangle. This one shows to be fucked up.
Oh my god, their all-rounder has the type effectiveness.
So the gray one over here.
Yeah, there's multiple ones that I would refer to as the gray one. Okay, yeah, the one you're pointing to.
So, infinity and no. So nothing and infinity. Nothing and infinity. So they made their normal type deal special damage against nothing and infinity. So they added a neutral element and said, you know, I think that Switzerland is actually going to get into this. I think Switzerland is actually going to take a...
Nothing's getting cut off.
Oh.
No, I just realized how poorly that's phrased.
Yeah.
The nothing element is getting cut off. Okay, where's my type chart that's just the periodic table, though? That's just real life. That's just how the normal periodic table works. Never mind.
Shit. Maybe I shrink it more?
Yeah. Oh man, imagine that. We had like valent, like the valence states dictated something. That'd be kind of neat.
So we got nothing? Okay, so it's just like a no sign. It's just the sign for no. It's a circle of
a null sign.
Yeah, a null sign even.
Is that what it's actually called?
I don't know. It could be called a lot of things.
I've always called it the no.
I've called it no. I've called it stop. I've called it sex.
Uno skip. The
Uno skip. So the Uno skip element is...
Is it pink?
Is it pink, though?
I think so.
Oh, shit. I forgot this cat was still in here. Awesome.
I know. Seamus is all, like, curled up at the pillow, on her pillow.
So, it's weird to have the nether type and an infernal type. Does this game have some type of thing that reverses type effectiveness? I don't know, but it does have some questionable artists.
The differences between them, I don't. Is that possible?
So Nether is in
It's
Minecraft. Infernal is like their demons.
I guess.
Is Nether is like ghosts. Can you send me examples in DMs of Nether versus Infernal? I can't show them on stream since it's Osamo, but maybe looking at two of them will help me understand. I'm playing its butt like a bongo.
That's incredible.
So Null, Infinity, and All-Rounder get put into a type triangle for some fucking reason, but sure, whatever. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume that this is fire, earth and or life and or plants, water. And light and dark.
Yeah, or like holy and demonic, or whatever.
No, wait, which one is Nether? None of these are labeled.
Okay, we got pretty much. Okay. So Nether is purple.
Okay, so it's holy and demonic. But then Infernal is like the fiery kind of hell demons, whereas Nether is like tapping upon like the darkness and evilness. It's like arcane shit. It's like black magic. It's evil twisted. It's an evil reflection of holiness, but Infernal comes from a specific hell place, whereas I don't know anything about Hosamo. Infernal is... What if Infernal is purple?
What if like chat, we gotta recontextualize this. This is for a mobile game that's about like furry bara titties.
So you know how Fire Emblem is like anime boy chess? This is anime boy checkers. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Stop stealing.
I'm going to steal your I'm going to steal your joke for as long as it serves me. It's a really good joke.
Bitch, stop stealing my joke.
That the joke police is gonna get you.
Oh my god.
Great time. I love furry bara titties, says chatter. You might love Hosamo then. Don't spend money on it though.
No. So I guess what I'm trying to say is yeah, I think we're gonna. I think we gotta end stream after Hosamo talk. I guess what I'm trying to say is that if your main complaint about Tenkai Nights is that it's derivative, yes, it is. But it's the actual main fucking problem with it is that
it's Spin Master.
It's Spin Master. What's the point of a Lego brick that transforms into a little guy? Has anybody ever looked at, a building made of Lego bricks and thought to themselves, hey, you know what would really be good right here? If I could transform any of these into a little guy, I think that would actually provide a lot of creative building kind of fucking opportunities if that every one of these was a little guy. Now, none of these offer posability when I'm building them. they have to be a brick. And then they transform into a little guy. You know, in case if I need my little guy to be a brick, you know, that would be really useful. Because sometimes I look at all my Lego minifingers and I think of myself, you know, I'm running out of bricks. One of these guys can be one of these guys can be a little brick, and that would help me out a lot. I think that would help a lot. If one of these could be a little fucking brick. What if there were bigger bricks, actually? That would be really helpful if one of the bigger bricks could transform into a really big brick. And then I would have a perfect Lego set.
And I don't think it solves any of the problems that exist with Lego.
Well, chat, I think we can all say we're pretty bricked up after that conversation.
I think we're all pretty bricked up.
And I've been getting real into orgasm denial, so good night.
Yep, that's how we're ending it. Welcome to the new viewers who joined in for just that sentence. I hope, you know.
I think they showed up and, oh shit, we're up viewers. We're up viewers because I said orgasm denial. Fuck. All right, chat. Tune in next Wednesday, next Wacky Wednesday, and I swear, we'll play some video games. We'll have some fun. We'll chat about things. It's gonna be great.
Don't let the bar of furries bite. Don't tell me how to live my life.